head honcho. Rubbing on crude, walking nude in a poncho. Mic check, snap a neck in the Congo. Banging on my chest, yelling R.I.P. Fonzo. You hear me yet? You side betting Lonzo? I hit my point, eyes bugging like Gonzo. You called your house peppercine by your side yet? You wanna catch rep, but you ain't found a time yet. Pump, you faking, you ain't making bacon. Still saying why I salam alaikum. Hit me on the pager, call me Troy Aikman. Oops, I'm an iPhone, must have been mistaken. Pop a 40, get drunk, cry alone. Put a jammy to your dome, put a trigger dial on. No sympathy for whack ducks or rap clones. It's a cold, harsh world, make it hurt, get gone.
Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Let's go. Coming at you early and often, don't care what you're offering, you'll be late in a coffin. Deadline, step into me, landmine. Money Mayweather, yeah, I land mine. Showtime, this ain't the Apollo, the leader to follow. Y'all wish you could bottle Genie. Rub me the wrong way, for you be a long day. Mayday, Mayday, get it on the same day, delivery. Back on some, remember me? Learn firsthand, misery love company. Better think twice when you come for me. Gonna need more than a bed to company. I apply y'all the melody, rockabye baby, there's no recovery. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on.
About to make it chill like Freon. About to make it hurt, getting litty in the ER. K-Lo-K, compadre with Puerto Rico. I'm the cheat code, figure, get my cheat on. Watch for the setup, get you bent like the limbo. Right at the top of the intro, I'm Kimbo. Strike like Mike in his prime, get in an endo. Bow like a Lou with a limp, but not a pimp though. Riddle me this or riddle me that. You take a guess, figure me dope or figure me whack. And I'ma flex like a train when I'm riding the track. Make a noise, clickety-clack, as simple as that. Know that I'm nice and keeping stitch. Tell like wop, get with the dry ass dick. Fly ass man, I stay in the air when I spit. Put a stamp on the stitch, bang it up in the whip. Hit.
Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on.
Have
all right.
Have me say though.
Let me see, make sure this time. I see it, but I gotta hear it. Make sure it's on and popping. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 2.
What? You supposed to say my mic sound nice.
Check 1.
My mic sound nice. Your mic sound nice, people?
I think we hear. Somebody turn your phone and make sure we got some time.
Hey, new guy. Hazy.
We're doing. That's what we're doing.
Hazy.
Chop, tell me how we sound.
I'm over here working. Look, you see me?
I'm working too.
It's gonna connect in a minute.
You got Sean in the building too?
Yeah.
You gotta behave now.
Keep it going. Keep it going, yo. Yeah. Oh, I do. Give it to me now. 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 I wanna.
It works.
Behind the scenes, Cliff's been he been turned up.
I sound low.
Is it me you looking for?
I'm the only one that's low, huh?
Haha.
1, 2. I should be a little better.
You said you got a nose?
I should be a little better. Well, we let the pass the ball. Please let us know if the sound gets cool. That little bit of choppiness on the screen, that's nothing to worry about that. That's a new thing that we're working on.
A little what?
Fellas, my name is Charles Brown. That's and it sound like a transformer.
What sound like a transformer?
Me?
Who said that? Oh,
Which one sound like a transformer? Right.
Yo.
My mic sound nice. Check 1.
See? Yeah, Fliz is here, Fliz.
Yo, you want
For
to
the rest of the show. Yeah,
Hey, you want
now he's trying to give him a bill. He's like,
Hell
drink.
yeah.
He's like, drink this. Now he's trying to give him a bill. Drink this. Turn up, yo. Turn up. I don't know that.
Oh, hey. Why you talking, yo? You could do that again.
What? Oh, July 17th. Providence, Rhode Island. Myself and this gentleman here, we it's a day. Y'all come and vibe out with us.
Bottle too. Cause we popping them suckers.
Popping them?
We popping them suckers. I might not even perform.
Now he's performing.
Y'all might just get my music.
No, he's performing. He's drinking after he performed. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh shoot, I just gonna get my music. Huh?
Nah, Mr. Showtime.
Why I gotta perform?
Cause it's there. The people is there to see you.
But if I here to see me, you don't get a reaction.
Nah, yo.
Yeah, but come on, y'all.
drink
The
after.
17th. The 17th gonna be fire at platforms, yo. You gotta
Word.
Yeah, actually, you do got a killer roster. Coming down.
put myself out there in this hood.
Yeah. What else?
Salute.
We got these two albums that you said, right?
What I'm coming to do.
Yo,
So I know what he's coming to do.
Shit.
You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. I'm bringing all new stuff. Only way we doing I'm him if it's Fliz want to do it. He don't want to do it. We ain't doing it. We do stuff. It's all new stuff. The new stuff. What you talking about? That, we about to do a video for that. He said, why you bring up?
He said, why?
I know. Oh, you gonna learn it? Oh, I'm gonna ask you. Oh, wait, yeah. Let me know. You 1, 2.
He did say that too.
No.
I guarantee that sounds better now.
He was there that night. He said that. He did say that.
Listen, because I'm not. Cause no, when I told him, can
All right, hold up. I guarantee this sounds better now. Turn your phones up.
Can we talk?
Chuck had to get he had to get the sound right.
For a minute. How about girl, I wanna know your name. Oh, thank you, Chuck. I told you that. I like hearing it. Yo, I told you. Happy Wednesday from St. Oh, she's in Florida. Okay. Trisha Rose. Right.
Cheers to her.
Yeah. Much better. We good. We good. Bam.
Boom. Yeah. Let's get these CDs out. Let's get these. Class the podcast. One more again.
You see me? Coley. Yeah. Coley on Coley.
Yeah.
On Coley.com, by the way.
Patricia Rose, what's good? Now I think we back.
So
a lot of technical difficulties going on, but y'all know what it is. We're not gonna ever give up. Let me see the
next would be the phone.
Yeah. Tequila right there.
Next
Be in the
the
building.
phone. Oh yeah, me up.
Water.
Chuck, what's your drink yet? Because I didn't see you drink yet.
I need a drink. Dante water at 9:30. All water for Dante.
At 9:30.
I don't know TJ's. I don't know his threshold yet.
I behave.
I don't know his tolerance yet. Fliz is water all night. Shout out to King Handsome in the building, Patricia in the building, Chop in the building.
The water at a certain time. You know,
I told you, it ain't never happening like that again. I don't even know where the archives of that show is.
Yeah.
Got me looking out here silly like a fish out of
How
water.
Flair do that?
But you know, you're supposed to protect me at all costs.
Wrong.
shout out to King Handsome in the building. I see him up right.
Yeah.
Homie.
We here?
Shoot,
Somebody give me some word on what we sound like.
that's what you need to talk about.
They said Chop said it's much better.
People albums. Yo,
Easy.
Because TJ album, yo. Hey guys! Yo,
I'm looking for trolls. I'll be honest.
you want some trolls?
No,
Nah, chill,
No,
yo.
not for this show. Not for this show. When you said I talk about albums. I learned that for some reason when people start hating their music, they're interested in
so
getting it.
trolls, basically. So yeah.
For some reason people don't respect when a bunch of people is fun. If you're local.
Why? Because they're saying Flizz's album is fun.
Yo, the album is word, right? Let one person say, oh, that shit is hot garbage. All of a sudden, 10 new people are like, let me go listen to that. It's always worked like that. It's weird.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go on Facebook and say your album's garbage for you.
And watch how much attention it brings.
Hell no.
Shout out to the drinkers of the Down East.
I'm not gonna do that.
If you know about the Down East,
my album to yours. I know that would happen.
He hiding his album. I only heard like 2 songs.
Yo, the thing is, listen. What?
Side note, Chachi Carvalho's album is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, I hit Chachi up. I'm doing a review on his album. That man put together a piece of like art right there. It's like,
Listen,
shout out to Chachi.
listen.
Yeah,
Everybody album that I heard so far, because they got coming. I was just like, yo, I'm like, what is it's like? Yo, it's like,
resurrection of
yo, it's like, yo, what is about to happen in Rhode Island? Yo, listen, I have to tell this story. My little brother, he's a hater when it comes to me. My little brother knows it to me. That's my little brother. He would never take advice from me. But yo, I was like, his favorite rappers are Prodigy and Lloyd Banks. So you know he like punchlines and everything. So I was just like, yo, we work together. So I was just like, yo, listen to my album while I'm getting your stuff ready or whatever. So he's over there listening. So I gave him my headphones and everything. So he's just no reaction or nothing. So I'm like, damn, he must think this joint is trash or something. So I'm looking to see at least he's gonna give me a thumbs up or something. So I go over to him and I was like, yo, what do you think? He's like, yo, that Dark Knight. He was like, yo. He was like, yo, that is. I was like, oh yeah, this release is gonna be crazy. And no, it's not on.
So shit, boo, let me buy a copy. She's like, let me buy a copy. Buy a copy, bro.
Look at that joint.
Nah, so
Nah, you know why? Because honestly, I want to be a fan. Because Spliz didn't even hear the final version of it. I want y'all to be a fan when y'all actually see me perform. I want y'all to actually like, wow, this is like, holy shoot. Because yo, it's like, when I listened to it in its entirety yesterday, I was like in tears. I couldn't hold back because I'm just like, this is gonna be something gonna be special at 17. I thank you for being a part of what we're doing, man. It's gonna be beautiful, beautiful. Charles' album came out. Charles have a unique sound.
he's a rapper's rapper.
He's a rapper's rapper.
Like, that's all you can say. He's a rapper's rapper.
It sound like he be with, yo, he be like, Charles be sounding like he been with Illmatic all his life.
So I got this on read.
Oh, matter of fact, let me tell this story.
Story time with Dante.
Nah, this is for you.
I didn't even get to say it.
This is for you.
CJ, where's CJ at? CJ in the chat yet?
What happened? Mike told me, shout out MG Productions. Mike live in Florida for people that don't know. And Mike was doing some promotion. And so
To the people on Twitter, we got 5 people watching on Twitter.
Twitter was
popping.
make a rap for y'all. But so the dude was like, yo, there's only 2 dudes I know in Rhode Island that's nice. and they spit. It's like they got bars and everything. So he was just like, Mike was like, "Who's the people?" And he was just like, "Yo, say some rappers and I'll tell you." And as soon as he said Charles, he said, "Yeah, him, Charles Brown, Charles Brown." So yo, you got
Who
a
said that,
fan.
Mike?
Mike said that.
Mike
You got a
said,
fan in
Mike
Florida.
G?
Mike G.
Mike G, shout out to Mike G. Yo,
No,
listen.
no, not Mike G. A person in Florida.
Oh.
That Mike G was talking to.
Oh,
said
yeah.
he knows somebody in Rhode
Shout
Island.
out to Mike.
Shout out to that fan in Florida. That's
Listen.
Shout out to that.
Listen.
Hey, Mike, I need some beats too, by the way.
Listen, fellas.
I want to work.
We've been on for 15 minutes. We finally got the sound right. I'm going to go against everything I want to go and start this thing over. I'm not going to do it because I like things to start off fresh, but we started now, right? We got a couple topics that we want to get into. Welcome, Clash the Podcast. All the foolishness, shenanigans is over. Y'all love the technical difficulties. It make y'all happy to see us fumbling around. But you know that when we get it together, what we going to do? We're going to have a great time. We're going to entertain you. First topic of the night is guess who got 30 years. And I want to ask the fellas what they think about it, because R. Kelly is still R. Kelly, and we didn't know where this was going to go. Finally, we know R. Kelly not getting out. He's not coming home. He's not going to blame it on his brother. R. Kelly got 30 years. This is the R. Kelly that we grew up with, right? What was he in? What was the first group he was in? Public Announcement R. Kelly. Then the fake Aaron Hall R. Kelly. Then we got the Aaliyah R. Kelly. Then we got the body Adi. We got that R. Kelly. We got I Believe I Can Fly. This man has so many talented
You got the Ignition
records.
R. Kelly as
Ignition.
well.
Then when we got
with Jay-Z,
then when the video came out and they took him to trial, guess what he did? He didn't sweat. Guess what he did? He turned on the ignition.
He got nasty.
And he did the remix.
You gonna be in jail saying your body's calling me.
Whoa. Listen though. Hey, yo, listen though.
Now your boy R. Kelly's got 30 years. I don't know if he got any parole in it. I don't know if he's gonna do half.
He still got to go to Chicago and go to court.
And he got that. So
He's
now
He's
I
done.
want to talk about how y'all feel. Is this fair for what R. Kelly actually did to get 30 years?
I told you what they did to him.
What did he do?
They did the OJ to him.
What did they do?
He beat the case the first time, right? He got
Different
jammed
case,
up.
bro.
But I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? Like he beat the case the first time.
Right. Court, what up,
They got
Court?
him now. So they gave him the time, and he still got to go to Chicago.
Listen, first and foremost, I understand that point, but the thing about it, like Flint said, matter of fact, Flint, you can speak on what you said in the, when you text me.
Text me.
I shut up for that one. All right, so,
Which part when I said
but what this man did, 30 years,
all right.
let him be an example, because as an entertainer, listen, I don't want to sit up there and say that people's jail time is always the answer, but sometimes there got to be some accountability held, because dudes are just doing some wild things because they think they're rich and they're famous. And the fact of the matter is, real talk, if that was your child that this man was doing things to, how would you feel?
Think about that.
So that's the thank you. That's it.
I was surprised nobody hit him up already. Like, that's people's children. He did that to people's daughters.
You know what,
a lot of those parents was bringing
getting
them
paid
to him,
off.
too.
They was getting paid off. Yeah.
They was bringing
Or
their
they was-
daughters to him.
Trying to get paid off.
Yeah.
No, they got paid off.
No, but they didn't know when they brought the girl there. They didn't know what was going to happen.
No,
Oh, they know.
They threw it to
They
the
know.
wolves.
No. You know what
They
it
threw it
is?
to the wolves and let him do whatever.
If you do the history of him, right?
Right.
A lot of people say he can't read, but he's a musical genius. So what happened is they was using that against him, his ignorance, to get his money. Because if you notice, he don't own he don't own his stuff. Somebody else owns. Yeah, he don't own his stuff. So again, it's like when you know somebody got a hunger for something, I'm gonna use that word, a hunger for something, and you feed that hunger. It's like a person that you know got a drug addiction. You're gonna feed it to get what you want from them, and that's what people was doing to him. And I'm gonna also say they participated in this as well. But the fact of the matter is, as a parent, if that was my child, yo, Jeff, I can't hear my daughter coming to me telling me that a grown man took advantage of her.
But you know what? Them girls didn't want to tell them that. But TJ, Nicole shouted you out. You saw it?
No, who that?
Nicole Fairweather said,
Oh,
I see you, big
hey,
bro.
Hey, that's success. What's up?
She on the YouTube too.
Oh,
Shout out to Nicole. Thank you for watching.
The chick that was bringing the chicks to Epstein got 20 and Kells got 30. We were gonna bring that up. That's not fair, but we know he was going through time.
That's from Chop. That's a chat from Chop.
Talking about that as well. Because they gave her 20, right?
What's her name? Maxwell?
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell got. So this is what I want to do. These two different cases, right? And that's like saying Thug got more.
Sliding people off.
That's like saying Thug got more charges than Gunna. That's what they got on him. It's all about what they got on him, and it's all about the level of snitching. We don't know what this lady said. We don't know what she didn't say. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what. Kells got a lot more charges on him than his lady did, right? Everything that people saying that she did this, she did that. That's not what her charges is. Her charges is about bringing up. She was a groomer. Her charges not the same charges as Kelly. So they're not. It's not the same thing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like the police woman who got less time than the police guy that shot somebody. You know what I'm saying? So we understand race plays a part in all that.
Right.
And I do understand that this lady is getting a lighter sentence. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly was wilding, bro. He did way worse. Like, she brought him and dropped them all. R. Kelly locked him up.
Maybe I'm wrong with this, but it's funny, like, R. Kelly, over the years, it's like he had chances to stop when he kept getting caught.
Many.
He just kept going. I think the homegirl, if I'm not mistaken, I think she got her one chance, got caught. You bag for it now. Mm-hmm. But R. Kelly, he had like a couple of decades. Like, all right, dude, you might want to stop messing around. You got away with once. Oh, you got away. You slid again. You know what I mean?
He thought he was on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he
but
felt
the first time the label was fully behind him, they was making so much money with R. Kelly at the time. So they was fully behind that first case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he might be making, but that's why they ain't giving.
Nell Arias said that y'all still gonna bump R. Kelly hits. I haven't bumped R. Kelly in years, though.
Sorry,
listen to me.
I'll be honest. I have a daughter,
I don't think
I haven't bumped him in years.
So let me just say this: if a song come on, I'm not gonna run to change it. Right? It's a song. It's a moment in time. Mm-hmm. We accepted it when we knew that it was a P video out. We still was jamming to it.
Not me.
We knew that he married Aaliyah. Dante's special because he was the only one in the free world that was like whatever. And there was a couple people that was like, oh, R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that. But we knew. We can't be like now all of a sudden. Just like I told my son when he was like about to boycott football, right? Mm-hmm. I said, what you boycott football for? Because they racist. I said, why they racist? Because they won't let Kaepernick play. That was the narrative. I said they've been racist since that thing was since the NFL was created. It's been racist.
The Columbine in general.
They didn't think that we could. They didn't think that we could.
182's back.
What up, Touch? They didn't think that we had enough intelligence to be able to be a quarterback. It took years to get one. Right? Damn sure took years. Still fighting to get coach. So I'm like, we gonna all of a sudden they racist because Kaepernick. They've been racist. You have to figure out how racist. Where's your starting end point? Because it ain't no starting end point. What I'm saying about Kelly, we're gonna be like, I ain't listen to his music no more, right? You listen to a lot of people's music that did a lot of foul shit. There's a lot of killers' music on playlists that come on and you're gonna let it ride.
That's true.
It's a lot of dudes that killed somebody and they talk about killing people, but we're gonna bump their music.
There's box for that.
Go ahead.
With R, I became a different person as I got older. Like, admittedly, like when I was younger, Ignition fire. I was still Chocolate Factory. Ended up in the club steps. I was like, okay. And it's kind of like I forgot about as I got older and became like, an older dude with my own kids. Now there's something in me that can't listen to that and not think of my kids.
I feel you.
When so that's what happened to me. Where it's like, even with like, let's say, I can listen to some Mobb Deep, but maybe let's say like I'm just bringing them up. I'm talking about people who kill people in music. But let's say if something they say remind me of how my best friend got killed, it might kind of trigger something in me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I am. Like, I don't know, I don't want to put that negativity in my soul. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to that type of heinous stuff with me. Like, I don't mess with that type of like. I can deal with violence more than like sexual predatory stuff.
Right.
We
have to check that as well.
I know.
It can't be that's more palatable.
But unfortunately, for me, I can deal with a gun clapper. I mean, talking this shit like, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I can deal with a gun clapper more than I can deal with someone who will touch a kid.
So we're going to get into YNW Melly.
Hold on, before you
but
go
no, I'm
there.
not switching. I'm just going to say YNW Melly is accused of killing his two best friends.
All right, let's get it.
His music is still in rotation.
Huh? Did he get convicted?
No, but what I'm saying is, R. Kelly didn't leave. He just got convicted today.
Just today,
but people was cutting him off since that. But what I'm saying is, now that YNW Melly is on trial for killing two people, would you still listen to his music? Even though you want to listen to it before. But I'm saying, if you were a fan of his, would you stop listening to his music?
As a young man, if I was a young man listening to music, I probably wouldn't, because I can understand when I was a young man, I thought like one. You know, I was like, I'm sorry, whatever.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like the fact that like no talk, nobody's judging R. Kelly. Because I bet you there's some other people doing some wild stuff that we wouldn't approve.
Oh, wow stuff. But if it comes out,
there's other people that they say right now is worse than R. Kelly.
I'm sure they are.
And that's my
But you know what I'm saying? Like we know the person, like not know the person, but like we know who the artist is that they're talking about.
The thing, my point about this whole situation is this. The fact of the matter is like everybody want to have an outrage now after the fact is what I'm sitting up there saying. It's like the fact is if you're gonna approve, you're gonna approve. If you're gonna disapprove, you're gonna disapprove. But my thing is what I'm sitting up there saying about it is the fact of I know I'm a person as an individual. I have my wrongs that people may see me wrong in, and I'm not saying this on the level of him, but I still have wrongs that people might see as wrong in their eyes. So the thing about it is, like you just said, somebody said earlier that he had a chance to stop. And he chose his own destiny, his own path by continuing to do what he do. Even going to court and feel like I didn't get scratched or nothing. So it's like it just made the animal even more. Like, you know what, I wanted to even do it more. Like when he went from Aaliyah marrying her to kidnapping, when he had them chicks, and then the girl came out and tried to get a little shine off of it. But again, that's the problem with the attention that the new currency that people just trying to get attention off of stuff. So what is really the truth about what is actually seeing? Because if people's trying to get attention off of this man because he's famous, are they condoning the behavior that he's actually doing?
Facts. But you know what too? We all saw him marry Aaliyah at 15. And we all ignored that.
I was young, so I didn't even know. I just remember she came on a song called Age is Just a Number.
Yeah. Right.
But she wrote.
As we got older, even though he kept saying whatever he was saying, we knew in our heart that girl was 15 and that grown-ass man married that young girl. We knew that.
But we didn't even know his age. Because remember, we didn't have access to these people like that.
We knew he was grown, man.
Social media.
We knew he was grown. We knew he was grown.
You might have. I didn't.
I knew he was grown. I knew.
Listen, man, I wasn't paying attention to people like that. I was out on the streets trying to live.
So think about it. So because then even after that, R. Kelly had the P tape. Everybody in the hood saw the P tape. You saw it.
Yep.
I peeked. I didn't actually watch it. I peeked. Yo,
I did not.
No, I'm dead serious.
We all peeked. Ain't nobody watching it. Some freaky ones watching it, but everybody peeked like. But we peeked.
I couldn't.
It was in the hood, right?
Yeah.
Bootleg.
That chick was. She didn't have but alpha wax. What I thought about that tape when I see it.
We wanted to believe that it was his brother.
Well, that's what he was saying. That's what
we knew that was him.
Knew that was him.
Everybody, we knew it was Kelly.
That's the reason why I wanted to watch to see if it was really him.
And it was.
Listen. I was just like, yo, when I see Shorty trying to dance and gyrate, whatever, I was like, I'm out of this. I'm not messing with this.
His wife knew that was him.
Kevin said, nah, that's facts, Nante, right about age.
Well, anyway, he caught up.
That's my man Kevin. Shout him out, Kevin.
Touch 182 said, I haven't played R. Kelly in the club in years, at least 10 to 12 years. Well, I don't seek out R. Kelly music to play it, and I don't ask DJs to play. I don't do none of that. But I did have a little fun watching Trapped in the Closet. I was
that
crying.
Was my joint. I ain't going front.
I was
that
crying.
I watched two or three.
I watched so many. Like it got to like 12.
They got to like 40 of them shit.
It really did.
I think he just went in there freestyling.
Yeah.
And then I went in the studio and I made some shit up, and now I just gotta get done. He didn't even have patterns anymore. And then the couple of sentences and he tripped over a stick and the stick jumped up with a flow.
And I said that I watched it about 5 or 6 in a row. This was probably 2 years ago. But I watched it. I knew what was going on. I knew he was in jail, whatever was going on with him, and I watched it.
Yo, read what Chop said. Cause see, this is the
Look,
hold on. Let me
Jerry
set you up.
Lee Lewis-
That's the problem. We sit up here thinking that R. Kelly's the only one.
No, he's not though.
That's why I said read what Chop said, but we set it up. He's not the only one. This is something going on prevalent. And
Jerry Lee Lewis.
He married his cousin.
Elvis Presley as well. Is that in there?
he said Chicken Berry. Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry
Chuck Berry, yeah.
was messing with underage women. Hell, Jerry Lee Lewis tried to marry his young cousin. He did marry her.
her.
And they don't have no charges brought on them.
And that homeboy Polanski or Pulaski, whatever his name is, that shot out of town.
Yeah.
When he was with that six. So again, this go see. Okay,
It's a cultural thing.
when you like, you see what they doing with Bill Cosby?
What they doing?
They trying to get him on charges of being with a 16-year-old.
I heard about that.
A new charge?
He's guilty. And
He did it?
no, they were saying that she was 16 when she was in the Playboy Mansion.
You
You see what I mean? It's like
they
Now
trying
it's
to
just
fry.
bringing up old
they
things.
can't get heft.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we gonna get you. You gonna get
I
these
see, you
charges.
seen the thing about Half Two though?
What? Oh yeah, of course.
What
I
happened?
didn't see that.
There's
You
a whole
have to-
show about it. Yeah, there's a whole
So the
show
thing
about
with
it.
him, he was into so much stuff. It was inevitable.
Yeah.
He was into so much freaky stuff. It had to be inevitable for that.
Right? Yeah, when you got like Larry Flint and all them cats, like you just kind of figure like, yeah, you know, crazy.
No, but again, okay, listen. You know what? This room is full with a bunch of men with morals. Take away our morality and see what we would do.
And throw money in.
When
they coming out of the woodwork to hang their kids.
It's like, yo, if you have that's why I keep using the word hunger. If you have a hunger, a desire, I could put that word, you're gonna feed that fetish. And you're not gonna think about the repercussions unless the repercussions come to you, the consequences come to you. But that's what I'm sitting up there saying. This was something that was going on, not just in Hollywood, the entertainment industry. And what it is our people, they get caught up in it because they be thinking, I can do the same thing they see with them, but other people are doing. You ain't gonna get the same consequences as them. See, they gonna let them die in peace. They gonna let you hang for what you did.
Yeah. But some of these dudes deserve. Kelly low-key did it. So it's like, in my opinion, I know a lot of people out there that feel like he didn't do nothing and he got railroaded. I think one of these rappers said, like about a couple months ago, he said he just liked them young and that ain't no crime. I can't remember what rapper that said that. But end of the day, Kelly did some wild stuff. If you watch what's that show? If you watch Surviving R. Kelly, that's why he in there.
There you go. See,
without that documentary, he's not in there.
Yeah, you're right. That's what triggered everything right there.
And your boy, what's the comedian? He said the joke. I can't remember his name. But he said the joke, and he said a joke about some, but yeah, Bill Cosby, a free man.
Oh, Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress.
Yo,
go ahead.
One of y'all is the comic reader. You gotta read the comics.
I ain't not newcomer.
Yes, sir. I say body of work is one thing and a person's character is another. No.
Yeah, she was talking about Kelly. So,
all right, yeah.
So I have a before we move on, right?
Hell, I was listening to the 2Jay.
I guarantee you, all of us in this room, we could come up with 10. We could come up with 10 artists that got something heinous on their record that still get their music bumped. XXXTentacion is accused of violently beating his girlfriend.
You seen the documentary of that too?
Yeah, I saw it. Constantly beating this girl. Hitting her with a hot hanger and all it, like just crazy stuff.
Yo, hold time up. Pause.
What?
Clash. How old son? I didn't listen to his music. How old was
He passed that 20.
He's 20, less than 20 doing this?
Yeah.
He passed it like
that's a
20.
different conversation now.
But he was trying to bet himself in this and that and third. But end of the day, there's a lot of different artists that got different things that you may feel is worse than what Kelly did. Like if you found out one of your favorite artists was a devil worshiper, you taking that music around the playlist.
How's that bad?
A devil worshiper?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How's it bad? They worship the devil. They worship the devil.
I don't want to listen to nobody's music.
He's
saying because of the energy that it will bring.
Yeah, I don't play with that shit. Like for a minute, like I remember, like, cause Bone Thugs. I remember I was a big Bone Thugs fan. Then when there was rumors they might like because of the Ouija board stuff we were talking. I remember I had the back and forth.
East 99.
Yeah, you remember all that? Even their first album, they always talk about the Ouija
They was
board.
playing with it.
And I was like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe pause.
You remember when they were saying that Lottie Dottie was saying 666 you're wrong. They were saying that,
dude, they put this joint backwards that you had to go to mirror to see.
Yeah.
So again,
so all of that is spiritual warfare or whatever. So
yeah, I don't mess with that.
So think about it. We heard a lot of that stuff about this. They were saying Jay and them was
that hard.
I know.
They were saying Jay-Z was playing with a lot of symbols.
That's what
Remember when it was heavy?
I don't know if it's true or not, but when I heard it, it's like gave me pause. And they was kind of bury Jay-Z under the devil.
There was a Kanye album too that I was like, I can't even.
They always playing with it for a while.
Yeah.
Nah,
between,
I don't know what. I
between 2003
and
2010.
What's the fantasy?
It was the one near the Watch the Throne era. It was
It's the Twisted Fantasies.
Nah, you talking about Yeezus.
It was one of those albums.
Because Twisted Fantasy had a
like, dude, you see the album cover with the chicken?
Yeah. They was all playing with it from like 03 to like 2011. They were playing with it.
I was telling you about the story when I mean where it was going back and forth.
Yeah.
It was around that like when that's just crazy. Like that's not something you don't want to play with. Though.
Yeah, I don't know
that.
But we accepted a lot of that.
Oh, you know how I feel about that. So,
but so R. Kelly went to jail for something that's sickening. But I feel like if you're playing with a lot of spiritual stuff, that's sickening too. You know what I'm saying?
Legal.
But it is sickening. So what I'm saying is.
But hold up, Charles. Here's the question.
Go ahead.
You know when it's a problem? If you doing something to yourself, that's yourself. But when it's all affecting other people and families, not saying that you doing what you're doing is not affecting people and families.
Touch 182, that Kanye video, Power, that was over the top.
Exactly. See, again, that's what you're going to always
say. Power on.
That was before the album.
Power's on 808s on Heartbreak?
Nah, it's before.
No, Power is on.
But even in that video.
Yeah.
Even in that video, there was like them crazy symbols in that video.
They was playing with it, yeah.
But
they really was real. They was serious about it.
Here's the point. What I'm saying up there saying, because I want to get to the point so that people know, like, we're smart. We're not stupid. I'm smart. The thing I'm sitting up there saying is this: you could do something on your own accountability within your own circumference of your home. But when you start, like, if I'm doing something, like what I always say with Fliz and Charlotte, and I'm like, and now I have to include you. When I'm out on the streets, I'm representing us. So if I sit out there and I'm starting to smack people or something because I'm in my feelings or whatever, want to do that, people gonna look at it, yo, he represents CLB, he represents Coleon Records. They're not gonna look at the fact that y'all don't do it, y'all got families. What's RIC? Oh yeah, RIC. So the thing is, that's what they're gonna be sitting up there saying. So I have to be conscious and aware of what I do because I'm representing a brand. Regardless of when I'm out, I'm representing Coleon Records, I'm representing Wolfman, I'm representing CLB, Classic Podcast, don't get them all these different things. So the fact of the matter, when a person is doing what they're doing and they're not thinking about how it's gonna affect not just their family and everything, because transitioning to the next topic, this dude wanna take out his family. You see what I mean?
Allegedly. We're gonna move on to we're gonna dead R. Kelly because I think we beat that horse to death unless somebody got something else to say.
No, we good. But homeboy,
they label your boy a menace. He gonna get out in a minute. They gave him a 30-year sentence.
Fliz been bugging tonight.
I'm talking, don't mind me. I don't want to make light of all that, but I'm
drinking water. He's the only one drinking water, by the way.
I think Kelly low-key is selling in because he's like getting special treatment in there. I think he's selling in. I think he's selling in.
Yeah, Charles,
I think he's all right.
Charles, please don't let me throw a mic at you.
But listen,
I don't care how long you selling. Yo,
if it's sinking that you got 30,
they can't. Okay,
no question.
He ain't never going to see another woman in his life.
Yes, he will.
Oh, the gods will.
Oh,
he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out.
He probably went back to his cell and had a party.
He'll figure it out. But I promise you, anybody else in that prison could probably get visits or something like that. I promise you, the guard that get caught letting that man have any kind of visit, gonna do another 20. He's gonna do 20 right with him. Because they gonna be like, he could have brought an underage female in. End of the day.
What? Mike Tyson was having, he was knocking out chicks. He was just saying that on Drink Champs.
Yeah, he shouldn't be doing that though. He
I
messing it
know.
up.
Yeah, he put that on blast.
Yeah, he did.
He messing it up for the next man. All right, man. Next topic, man.
How you messing up?
Cause somebody
got Facebook in prison now.
I'm saying, no doubt. But I'm saying,
He was not the guy.
I get in there,
when he was
and
down.
I get in there, and I want to do it, and they're like, nah. They clamp down on that after Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He can mess it up with the next man.
Yo, I know dudes I met personally who smashing in prison, like the guards.
Oh yeah, that
That's what I'm talking about.
Guards smashing them chicks.
Female guards
Uh-oh.
across the United States. It's a epidemic nobody talks about. And another thing is, people always look at the guy. People will look at the guy. People don't realize, there's a crazy epidemic of like female teachers sleeping with under 18.
Yeah.
Yo, and it's
What happened when I was going to school? I want to
Yo, it's crazy.
Your teachers ain't look like that back then.
Female teachers be sleeping with mad guys.
Miss Murphy, if you out there, I'm still young.
Yo, listen, wait. Cut the commercial. Clash. Stop. We gonna move forward before something is said, and it ain't locker boy. It ain't what they call it locker room talk. It ain't locker room talk. They gonna take it different when we say it. But listen, let's move on. YNW Melly. It came out in court documents that YNW Melly. If you don't know who he is, it's a teachable moment. YNW Melly is a young rapper who is accused of murdering his two quote-unquote best friends. Did he leave the studio or something?
Y'all be thinking about how y'all look at me before we move on.
Yeah, you out of here.
He supposedly murdered these two dudes. I don't know why. I used to I was following this for a while, but I haven't been following it in a while because it's so much other stuff going on. I don't be paying attention. But apparently, they released the court documents, and the prosecution says that he okayed a hit on his mom. Now I know his mom has something going on where she's in court every day. I don't really remember what happened, but there was something that she said she didn't like. I don't even know.
Well, she said he did it.
She didn't say he did or did. It was like something. I don't even remember what it was. She didn't mess his case up or nothing like that. But it was something she didn't follow. I don't know what it was. I don't even get me lying. But I know whatever it was, they was at odds. And the court is saying that he somehow, some kind of way, okayed somebody to take out his mom. He's on trial right now. And for that to come out in a court of law, that's really, really damaging evidence. So they already got all this evidence of him being involved with the murders of these two guys. Now they got him on tape some kind of way, saying he wanted to let his mom get hit. Now his response to this, because all these rappers got phones in prison, he went on like Instagram or whatever it was in the story and wrote, "That's not facts," right? Something about that's not facts, and I think his mom wrote something about don't believe everything you hear. They didn't say, you know what I'm saying? They didn't explain like why this is in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the prosecutors don't really put that in that paper unless they got something saying they can prove that, right? So I don't know what is happening with this, but any dude that's gonna okay a hit on his mom, he's special. You are very special. That's that Florida water, bro. That's that Florida water. So I know Dante and Flares don't really listen to YNW Melly. I probably heard
good call. But CJ said that. He was like, "Yo, do you even listen to?" He said,
"No, like, hey, yo." The thing is, like with him, like, yo, he did. I mean, I'm not saying he did this, but whatever he like the situation, he was at the peak of his career, bro. He just did a record with Kanye West.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was out of here. He had that what's that song was like. That was like the #1 song at the time when he got snatched.
But they're saying one of his songs is describing the murder.
What he did. But the crazy thing about that is he recorded and wrote that song before that even happened. That was his first. That was the #1 song that put him in a situation. Yeah. That put him in a good place. You know what I'm saying?
So before we go there,
did he premeditate this? Is what they trying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're using that too.
That's
so
crazy.
what? So here's a question. As an artist, you have this hot bubbling song. Mm-hmm. What would make you do? Because like you gotta remember he's young, and we were just talking about the energy that some of the older people give off. Was he thinking like, yo, I could get further, because like, think about it. Y'all my brothers. It's not even in my mind to try to off you.
Right.
That's not even in my psyche. You know what I mean? So when you sit up there and say you offed your best friend, and then you allegedly trying to take out your mom,
two of them. It's two of them.
I know. That's what I say. Your best friends and whatever. It's like, what psyche? Like, where you really?
Now to play devil's advocate, if they setting you up.
Yeah, because there was an inner thing going on. Matter of fact, one of him and one of his homies, they went head up. There was something going on in that circle. You know what I'm saying? Like amongst them.
Okay.
But I do believe I think I read something where like one of the guys was disrespecting his mom. But so I don't know if that's what
real
the
talk
altercation was.
Listen, I knew this man since we was young. We could get into this would never happen.
Yeah.
I can say this. We could fight, he could knock me out. I know what he's capable of doing. I'm not going to be thinking about killing him.
These young people don't think like that.
They don't think like that. They don't go.
And to them, taking an L is unheard of. I was saying this online on Twitter today. I was like, these kids, somebody was like, why don't they just fight it out and take the L?
They don't do that.
But
Who
to
said
them,
that? Somebody said
I was on Twitter. They were talking about the dude that shot the, I think it was the subway, or no, not the subway person. It was another shooting. But whatever it was, he was saying, why didn't he just do the head up? And it's like, they can't do a header because then they get recorded and they go forever, live forever.
They can't fight.
And they can't fight.
Can't fight. That ain't like how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? You grew up, your mom's telling you to go outside. At a certain time, she's cleaning the crib. You outside, running around at a certain time. You get in a couple of little, you know what I mean?
Slap box, body punch.
You're going to do all of that. It's not like how we grew up.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids, they ain't fighting. They just automatically going, they grabbing the strap and it's on go.
Hey, listen.
High Touch 182 said that's that Eminem energy. Mortal Technique, Dance with the Devil energy.
This is a public announcement, young people. You better get with some OGs. So you want to keep calling us old heads? You better get with some of us.
There was a young dude.
Let's deal with the kids.
A young dude said this. He like, because there's two sides to that. He said he hates, and young people hate when they hear that from older heads. Like, and he said the problem is the guns are more rapid out here now, and the beef is way more triggered now. He goes, so it's not that we don't want to be out there fighting. He go, but a fight now just turns to a shooting.
Right.
So he was like, he goes, he hears a lot of stories of you fight, you go home, and you cool the next day. He goes, you have to have a strap and you be ready to kill. This was his words.
No, it's true. It's true. I agree.
So he was like, he goes. For him, he's speaking for himself. He goes, I'm out there knuckling up any chance I get, but I got my burner because they want to burn me. So I was like, oh, interesting take. You know what I mean?
The burners is the knuckles down.
Yeah. You know, so
that's the
like,
fighting.
So yeah, he was like, he was saying you gotta adapt to the time you live in.
You know what's so funny what you just said?
What?
This is what I'm saying about gun laws. Real talk. I don't have to carry a gun because I don't be involved in activities where I need to carry one. I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't have access to one, but the fact of the matter that a youngin say he has to carry one and he have access to it, and it's not even legit, unless you know.
Most of the kids I work with are carrying, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, yo, but when I played out there like that, like I just let it be known, like in my house, like with my mom and them, like it's like, yo, this is what it is. Like I'm gonna leave the house like this, but I'm coming home. You already know. I told you, like I'm coming home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe. But it's like I'm not outside looking for problems, but I'm just trying to get my money, smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like do what I do,
and get
you know what I'm saying, and get home. But just you already know how it was back in that era. So
the
it's
street
like,
rules.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? The street rules is what it is. Like I had both my parents, but I still gotta go outside. Bro.
And you know what you just said about the OGs? I was listening to Mano and Jim Jones today on Lobby Boys. Lobby Boys on Breakfast Club. And Charlemagne and Envy was like, because the Bronx is real crazy right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's absolutely it don't even even for arts, and there was more killing when we was coming out.
The Bronx
it's like the Bronx
it don't even
right
make
now.
no sense.
It's like the Bronx in the 80s right now.
It is. But it don't make, but at least it was for money or something. You know what I'm saying? Now they pointing you out because you said something and they stabbing you. It's crazy. So it's like they asked Mano and Jim Jones, what do you have to say to the kids in Harlem about? Because it's just as bad. They're like, what would your words be? Because you're an OG. What do you tell these kids? Because you need to get them advice. And Mano said, I tell them stuff, but at the end of the day, he worded it better than this. But he was like, I try to talk to him, but at the end of the day, I'm a person looking for respect too. So I can't be running up constantly, hitting them over the head, preaching, because then you're gonna start being like, man, he just, then I'm gonna lose my respect out here. Mm-hmm. So he's like, even though I know I should be trying to kick knowledge to him or whatever, I can only kick a little bit because I'm still out here too. I gotta be. And remember I told you that the older cats still competing with the young heads.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's competing.
That's competing. Yeah, right.
We want the respect.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this. Like I was just telling you earlier, like how, you know what I'm saying, like my OG, when we, you know what I'm saying, like, so let's put it like this, like, so Roy, you know what I'm saying, like, so Roy, Mike Nice, they going back and forth back in the day as DJs, okay, competitive. But, you know, Roy, that's my cousin, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm on every mixtape that he dropping. Mm-hmm. Mike Nice want me on his joint. But my OG, we riding around, chilling just day to day, riding around, running around, you know what I'm saying? And we go to Mike's spot. I'm with the OGs though. I'm the young boy in the car. Mike's like, yo. They're like, yo, what's up? Like, when the next mixtape? He said, I'm waiting for T. But me, I'm so loyal to my people. But my OG's like, yo, he a DJ. You a rapper. You gonna get on a mixtape. You gonna rap for the hood, right? All right, yeah, boom, 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 back and forth, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just like, this is what you do. You the rapper. You the entertainer. Even though he's the DJ that's competitive, you need to be on there rapping for the hood as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's pushing me to do what he knows I'm capable of doing. Like, why you all here?
As an OG, he's trying to keep you out of that. Yeah. He's putting you in situations to be doing out of trouble. I do. And then doing what you do. Exactly. That's what the OG. I feel like you can't be an OG. I think OG, if you're not teaching somebody something, you was doing whatever, if you're not teaching them as you coming up, you're not an OG.
Well, here's the thing, Charles. See, again, I hate to be the voice of reason. I really do. But here's the thing. As older, mature dudes, that's what I'm going to start saying. Older, mature dudes. We trying to educate.
What's good, CJ?
The youth on, you know what? When you come to the other side of our time, we would have hoped we make it to our age. They can't see beyond their years because of what they're going through. And that's one of the things I came to understand. It's like to try to tell a youngin to see something when they only 15, 16, 17.
Yeah. And even if they're in the hood, it's hard for them to see that far.
Right. So the thing about it is, see, you don't have to be preachy. See, the fact of, you know what I love about everybody in this room? And I said it again, we all look the same. If you go look at pictures of us, I got pictures of me and you in 2010, me and Fliz, we all look the same. And we still the same. We still have that lovable, enjoyable energy. Like tonight, Fliz is like on one. He calmed down right now, but he's on one. But the thing about it is, don't, like I told Roy, shout out to DJ Roy, I said, don't always try to reach out your hand. Just let them know I have a hand for you to reach out to if you want to reach out. That's what I'm learning right now in this time is, listen, if you want someone to talk to, I'm available.
You know, I say that to the young boys all the time.
That, because the thing is like, because here's the thing, no matter what information you give them, they're going to leave your premise. And they have to still face the sharks and the reality of what they live in. Because they're going to say to you, you're not there what I'm going through. Because that's how I felt when I was young. I was like,
I think we all felt like that.
I was in school. You can sit up there and say, yo, I'm safe in school right now. But when I leave school, I'm amongst the sharks. I'm amongst the reality of that. What you saying to me right now, it does not fit the box I live in. So again, I'm not going to sit up there and say, I can get you somewhere. I'm going to sit up there and say, I can help you get somewhere. And it's up to you to take that baton and run with it. But the fact is, I'm willing to give it up. I'm willing to give it to you. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why we doing what we doing with this. Like people may look at it and say, "Oh, we just trying to enhance our brands." And no, we actually trying to educate you on a level that we can educate you on. We having fun and we showing you that there's nothing wrong with aging. There's nothing wrong with being rappers. There's nothing wrong with none of this, being fathers and all that. The fact of the matter is, what statistic are you?
But you know what's crazy? When you get to our age, you realize how dope it is.
Right.
The houses, the cars, the trips that you're taking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just came back from a dope trip with his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Cruise.
Like, that's stuff you want to do. That's
we all need to go together on a cruise, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that is, like, back then at our age, and that's where you relate to the kids, it's like, you wasn't thinking 21, 30, you know what I'm saying? 40, 45. You wasn't thinking that. Right. You know what I mean? But when you get there and you're doing all the stuff that you realize, like, oh, damn, I wish I knew this when I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's cool being our age. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why the term youth is wasted on the young people.
Yeah.
Guys, we've been on a vibration of mad serious for about an hour almost.
All right.
It's time to get to the fun stuff. Now, I'm not doing mixtapes yet. We're going to do 20 best mixtapes ever. But we're not doing that yet. I got a topic that I think is going to be very entertaining if we're going to be honest tonight. If we're going to be honest tonight, right? I didn't put it down in the bottom yet because I want this to be a surprise. What we're going to talk about tonight, how everybody got all these rappers that they like.
Oh, yeah, I'm honest.
Who they love, their top 15, their top 5, their top 3, their top 1, who the best rapper in the world, who is this, who is that, who the champ, who the GOAT. We love throwing that word GOAT around. What I want to ask, what makes you good? What makes a good rapper? We going to break down tonight. I don't know if it's 5 elements or 10 or 20. But tonight, we going to lay them out. We might have a couple clashes in here.
Let's go clash them.
But we going to lay them out. I don't know if TJ heard me. We going to lay out the elements that make a good rapper tonight. Right, Clash the Rap Podcast. It may be 3 elements. It may be 5. What make you put a man in your top 10? When you hear an album, they say, Fliz album's nice. What did Fliz do on that album? Fliz wants some Oreos?
Oh, no, girl. I'll take another water.
Carrot cake or Fliz want a water, Dante.
I want to try that now. Is carrot cake Oreos? Let me try one of them joints.
Oh, this
Give him one.
I'm like, I never heard of that.
Then he be mad when he eat 3 or 4. Then he be mad.
Let me try one of these.
I hate carrot cake, period.
I love carrot cake, though.
We are about to break it down how it should be broke. What are the elements that make you say that's a good rapper? I want y'all in the comments too. We need to know what makes that person a good rapper. All right. I want to start with Fliz. I want to start with somebody. I want to start with Fliz because Fliz he been quiet for a while. Chop done his whole thing out. Voice, delivery, cadence, sounds on certain production, flow concept.
We're not going
there.
We're
going to get there.
We're not going there.
What's we're going to do it in order. What's the number one?
Write your own.
No. Let's say this, your choice in production. And that's huge.
Hold on.
No.
Stop.
I'm clashing.
Please explain that, please.
Your choice.
We can't do this in order.
No. That's what I'm saying.
I can't do it in order. I did no order.
So no order.
There's no order.
Explain that, please. Thank you.
I have in all the years of listening to rap, 4 decades of listening to hip hop, I have heard some hot lyrics I mean, freaking deliveries, all that. But the beat is like, ooh, it's not going anywhere if the beat ain't grabbing people too. You know what I mean? If you have a whole album full of production, it's like, nah, it's not getting nobody.
Right.
So, like it or not.
Like Cannabis.
Thank you. Cannabis was an assassin lyrically. But his album was like, oh, why you choose these beats? You know, so like it or not, production is huge.
That's
like,
very
I'm
important.
going to throw that out there. Production.
Guys are locked in a label deal. Some guys have A&Rs that won't let them use the beats they want.
Can I bring up something controversial?
But he's right. He's right.
Here's something controversial, and I know I anger a lot of people with this. But take Jadakiss' first album, Kiss the Game Goodbye. That album, well, I was like, oh, like, because it's Jada. Jada's like a spitter. He'll bury you. But the first album, tell me a lot of people are disappointed. And like, oh, like.
Somebody out there going to disagree with you.
No,
I know. A lot of people
that
disagree with
fire, but I get what you're saying.
But it's not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying whack. I'm not saying whack, but it was like, ooh.
Right there.
Because even later, because what Jadakiss would do over a Locks beat was crazy. The Locks go crazy. Even now I know you couldn't wait to hear Kiss over Premiere because it was like, oh, Jadakiss on Premiere. Like even the line kind of insinuates Jadakiss on a DJ Premiere beat.
But it wasn't a Premiere beat.
No, it was. He was on a Premiere beat.
Was it not a strong Premiere beat?
No, it was dope.
Okay.
But I'm saying like so. It's like on his first album, me personally, as the biggest Jadakiss fan at that time, nobody was a bigger Jadakiss fan than me. So maybe I was like, oh, but then when I heard the beats, same thing with, and this dude was in my top 10, Method Man. His first album, production-wise, I was like,
that album was not.
Method Man is in my top 10.
Touch, I agree with you.
Method Man is in my top 10 of rappers all times, and I can tell you, his first album, when Puffy produced it, I'm like, who the heck picking Method Man? No, the whole album. Puffy did a whole album.
Takao.
No, it wasn't Takao, was it?
Takao was his first album.
It was that joint where he got all smooth and shit.
The third one he's talking about.
Yo, Puffy produced that album. It was like, why can't Method Man just get hot beats? And then think like a lot of people were saying,
that's all you need. He tried to keep bringing up that feel, yeah.
So anyway, I'm long-winded today, but I'm gonna say production is important.
Production. So we're gonna start there. Our first answer is your beats, son. Beats. Remember that video where the dude's like, the shoes whack, the shirts whack, the pants whack. Like,
what was that? I didn't see that.
The whole aura is whack.
What was that?
It's a video came about 3-4 years ago. It's a dude standing in the street like whack.
That's like something Kevin Hart would do as a parody.
Yeah, dude, dead serious. But that's what we got right now. So, production. Go ahead, Dante.
Because like, you know what? Like back in the days when we was younger, like we had producers, me and Fliz Music Group, if you didn't know. But I used to write to other people's beats.
And then put them on the beat.
And tried to put them on the beat, and you realize that you can't do that. That's why when people the flows off or whatever, because I'm right into a Busta Rhymes. Yo, that's why when you say Busta, I used to love Busta Rhymes beat. You can't do that. You had to learn that. But when it comes to production, like the production actually brings out the energy that you want to present.
Yeah. It's a foundation.
It does. That's why I wanted to say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, and I'm gonna be the only one in the room that I really like production, but I really hate people that cannot get past it. They can't like a song for it. How dope the song is. Like that beat though. Like it's like only thing matters is the beat, and I'm like,
but the song's
lyrical, bro.
Hold up, Charles.
Like lyricism.
Because I feel like the beat actually builds the song. Because I mean, whatever it may be, the cadence, the melodies, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, is from the song. How the beat's moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're building the song from scratch up.
Is one mic a fire beat?
Huh?
One mic a fire beat?
One mic.
It's artistic.
Is ether a fire beat?
It's different.
Is ether a fire beat?
I would say yes. Yeah, ether a fire beat.
Nah,
I'm in a minority right now because I don't hear no one saying ether's a fire beat. Y'all one of the first people to ever say that.
I like all the violins and the build-ups. I like that.
I like different.
Charles, what you were saying, I could understand. I could understand. Listen, as a I'm gonna speak for my album. Fliz always knew I like Dark.
She said, look, if production is that important, group home
Oh, bang! Touch!
Wow.
You're the man for that one.
Wow.
Yo, have you heard the group home album?
Yeah,
Who
did that? Was it
Primo did the whole thing album. Yo, that's because The Realness is my favorite song ever. Like, that beat is fire. Charles, what you say, it's like, I like dark beats. And when I would go to my producers now, I like to be challenged. And that's because Fliz was like, yo, you need to be challenged. Mm-hmm. So that's why you need a team of people. You also, if my thing would be, you know what I say on that list you need? Good ears. Nobody said that. Good ears.
No, that's true.
Because number one, before I go and record, and I hit Fliz up and be like, yo, Fliz, can you hear my bars? I hit CJ up. Can you hear my bars? Before I go in studio and record, if they say yo, them bars is whack, I'm not going in the studio with them. Good ears before you, because you know what? So many. The problem is too many yes men. Mm-hmm. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's dope." Yo, if your choice trash, I'm telling you straight up, them bars is trash. You know who I'm talking to when I say that to. Like, them bars are trash. No. Y'all told me to stop that, but I'm not. No, because like the thing about it is, when I heard TJ's album, I had a vibe. I was like, yo, this dude got a vibe, and I can rock with his vibe. I'm hearing Flizz's album. Flizz's International, Charles' album. I'm like, damn, like these dudes is coming correct. I gotta, even though nobody's saying my choice, what I have to come correct. Good is. Because the fact of the matter is, you could think you're nice. You may think you're nice. You may got a bunch of yes men that think you're nice. Mm-hmm. But when it comes out that studio, like Drake's album, chill out. It shouldn't have came up the studio if that joint is not. Come on, yo, you know some things. Everything is not hot.
I got it. I'm pretty sure we all got.
We stuck on it, so we got to get
another topic, another category that we haven't put up.
Good is.
Am I correct? You got a bunch of records.
I don't know what this means. You got to describe that.
Yeah.
Doing radio freestyles, DJs used to find whack, uncomfortable beats for me to rap over to see how good of a rapper I was. Yeah. That's me. I feel like that DJ should be able to go. Mm-hmm. And you adjust to the beat. I used to do it. We used to rap with live bands. Like, the live band would just play. And you would just keep rapping. No matter what, they wouldn't stop for you. They just changed the beat. And you just had to keep rapping, get up there and flow. Back in them daggone days when they was doing all that, what you call it?
They just don't know the beats.
When it's the music, it's typical like Music Soul Child. That type of music.
I know when they would just they pick random
it's called a certain kind of music. Yep. It's called Music Soul Child. Jill Scott.
Neo Soul.
We would go down to the Neo Soul bar on a certain, like a Thursday, whatever night it was, and that's the night they would let the rappers get up there. So the band would just float, boom, boom, brand new heavy type of style. Just rap, and you just get up there and rap, spit your rap. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna cater to you. Right. You gotta learn whatever they play. You gotta go.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
an
MC.
That's an MC.
That's exactly. MC.
But with the production, you're gonna figure out how to move with the beat.
I'm from an ilk where the rapper made the beat, not the other way around. I think we got lost when I'm gonna say around 1999 up to like 2010, 11.
So when
rappers was lost in the beats.
All right, so when Ether, Nas make the beat?
Yes.
All right.
But what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So Nas made the beat.
Jay-Z made that beat. Takeover.
He did. Takeover is a dope beat, but Jay made that beat doper, right? So it's like, I feel like the MC should hear something. Like you say, he like rapping the Busta beats. Mm-hmm. Busta made them beats. Some of them beats, if you put the next man on them,
they ain't gonna be able to do it.
They're gonna be absolute garbage.
They ain't gonna be it.
By the time you hear, he danced on that beat. He the instrument.
Yep.
He made the beat better than what it really was.
The instrument as well.
Yes.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, I'm going to move forward because I understand what he's saying with production. That is very important. I just wanted to put a footnote, a little pin in it.
Who said the voice? I didn't hear no voice.
No, someone wrote voice on the first dude who commented. Was it Chops?
Yeah, Chop wrote a bunch of stuff. But look, I feel like I'm just gonna put a pin in it and we're gonna move on because we're taking too long on this. But
I'll be taking too long.
I feel like depending heavily on the beat is when you get a, like, do you remember Steezo?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Steezer was a
it's my
dancer.
turn. Rest in peace.
And he didn't have his album was banging. Nice and Smooth was MCs. So they picking beats that was kind of
You know he's a
But
dancer.
they made the beats
right?
too,
Yeah.
though.
But Nice and Smooth
have
albums, Nice and Smooth albums,
one hitters though.
their singles be banging.
That's what I'm saying.
Their whole
That
albums be
you're right.
not good.
Correct.
I went back listening, but like 2 or 3 years ago,
Smooth
I'm like,
album,
yeah.
I do that
that
too.
album
I
was
go
not
back
hot.
and
Not
listen to
good.
everybody's
That
first
album
And I'm like,
Nah.
why we like these things? But you get that thing,
They had single.
ba ba ba. Why you like, oh, we rewinding that back and
But
forth.
that's the thing. You can name 5 Nice and Smooth songs that are undeniable.
But it's the beat.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
what's that?
The
That-
Groove joint.
Hey yo, Dizzy Gillespie, but there were like 2 versions to that. But that one was like,
Nice and smooth.
Funky.
And then- yeah.
Also,
they got about 5 joints in their
but they
top
signed
career.
it as
Yo.
a-
Chill.
But so we need to move on. So we move on. So production, Fliz is going to put in production.
I want to throw production.
All of us need to put in at least 2 things.
I
me
said-
too.
So what you going to put in?
I said you need.
You said they need good ears.
good ears
to
around
to listen.
The listener.
You need people around you.
You
So
need
that's
good
what people that's going to tell you the truth.
Because
So Dante said you need a good team. Let's play that. You need a good team that's going to tell you the truth.
Okay,
Songs,
you want?
I say
Can I-
song. The
can I get a
songwriting
good-
skills.
You want a good
Right.
example, Charles?
Go ahead.
All right, you came in one of my sessions, right? You didn't even know what I was doing, and you heard penmanship. I'm pumping that song. I might do a video for that. But penmanship, when Charles came, did you know how I knew that song was a bang? Yo, I was in studio on my own, like when Merc was playing the beat and playing my verses. I'm on the window, like, oh, this joint is fire. Then I'm sitting down. Charles come in because we was doing a song for verses, and he's like, "Say, what is that?" And I was just like, he didn't even know what album that was for. And in fact, he was like, and he got into the zone. And that's what even like I said, my little brother, he was like, yo, penmanship. So the good is, because it's like, if somebody came in and said, yo, nah, that's not it. It might change your mindset. Like, you're going to question that. But I want to hear that. That's why I love Fliz, because Fliz will always be him go back and forth. He's like, tell him, he was like, yo, I don't like you on that. And I'm like, why? But the fact of the matter is, I will go and switch some things up to make it sound better, so that when I do come out with it, even though he said I don't like you on it, it's better because I'm gonna take what he said to me. That's a good ear, because like you was remember with the Dark Knight, we was all in the session.
I'm writing down what we're saying. So you said production, and you said good team.
Good team. You got good
I
ears.
say songwriting.
Songwriting.
Bro.
that.
Because you got
Production.
like
I
those
think I know
bars,
what you
those
mean.
bars gotta be correct. You know what I'm saying? It gotta match what the beat's doing. It gotta move how the beat's moving. Like, for example, like what he said with Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is riding the fuck out of those beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to swear, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's riding those beats. Pause.
He
Like,
swore
you know what I'm
he
saying?
didn't swear the
But
night.
it's like, yo, he's killing them beats. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with no delay into what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's riding that joint. And when he tells the story of them recording that, the writing. Like, that's
You
the
on
main-
writing hard.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's even though you got the beat, that's the song.
Before
Hold up. You got to specify.
I was gonna say, TJ,
Writing your
So it's like
own.
this, writing
or
your
what
own. I
you
said
write?
that's the first thing I said. But people,
You're knocking some people out the box with that.
I played him. I said, yo, I want your opinion. I got a song called Dapper Dan Fresh. I played it to him. I'm like, what you? He's like, yo, this joint is hard.
his
He stopped
album's
breaking.
crazy.
He stopped breaking down. Then he said, wait, who produced this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, HTP, Hollow. He's like, damn, like he stopped breaking the beat down before he even stopped breaking my lyrics down. But how I'm on the, he's like, this is crazy.
So now I'm going to ask you this question to describe the writing to the public. Name some top writers that you respect. You respect their pen.
Hove, Jada, Beanie, down to the old school. You got Big Daddy Kane. You got KRS-One.
You saying the
Tupac.
greatest
You
ever.
know what I'm saying? Biggie. But I can keep going. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
the reason why I'm saying that is because when you said writer, when the people hear this, I want them to understand what you mean by writers, because we're all writers. We write our own. The beauty of us is, like, with the song Crazy, I'm giving a shameless plug for the song Crazy. We didn't hit a hook. He just gave us the beat. And And what I'm looking at,
So
That's how we always do.
That's
how we always do.
That's the joint he's on, right?
all of us are on it.
Yeah, he
So
went crazy. He
what?
went crazy.
What
Yeah,
happened?
he went easy on
Yeah.
it. He went easy on it.
So the thing about
That's
it
why I say
is,
he's a rapper's rapper. Son.
when we listen to the song, you would think we wrote that together. No, because he said at the end of his, "This is fire, y'all," and I start mine off, "This is fire."
That's the beauty of production, and I mean that's the beauty of being in the studio together, because it felt right.
But even that too.
I was like, "This is
when I'm
fire."
working
He's
on
like,
the song,
"Burn on!" Like
I want to
it just
have the
felt-
artist in the song in the studio with me as we record the song. I think that's the best way to. I don't want to send you the record. You know what I'm saying? Even though with the Quick Rock
You have
situation,
to
I sent him the record. He was on the road.
Right.
But when he sent it back to me, I'm like, ooh.
Touch says, "Does Marshall have a good team in ear?" Hate to keep bringing them up. We don't know much about Eminem's recording habits, though. This is my opinion of how Eminem records. I feel like Eminem is in that joint dolo. He mixed it down himself. He make the beat himself. Nobody's there. I feel like you're not allowed. I feel like Eminem got this $1 million studio and ain't nobody there but Eminem.
But you know what about Eminem?
What?
He like his raps is in pieces, and like I do like similar. I won't say similar, but like I might have a bunch of bars here with a bunch of bars over
I
here.
can't do that.
But it's like
I see people doing that. They have scraps of paper.
Yeah,
and
like,
they put them on.
I
can't do
like, I
that.
might come up with I might be in the middle of doing something else.
I get it.
And it just let me record.
I used to do that. I used to write something I did
but
down.
It's like a lot of my songs came together like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's what he does. Like he got like just a whole bunch of scraps, and it's just like
that's like what you call it when you it's like chaos, but it's like
Organized.
confusion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, mad paper, scrap papers up here. There. You saw him when he did the Super Bowl. He had he was pulling stuff from over here and everywhere. So I believe you're right. I agree with you.
Like Eminem, he said that years ago. He said, I guess he's a perfectionist. Like he'll go back and change the whole song because of the word "the." He said I don't like the way I said the word "the."
Who?
And he said,
I'm
"Well,
doing that sometimes."
Touch said exactly my point. It seems like he has no team and a shitty ear for beats. Does that make him less of an MC? Eminem is one of the greatest MCs to ever do this. And anybody that says that is not being honest, or they don't know what MCing is. And that
Eminem
dude
is nasty on another level.
You know when I respected Eminem? It was his first album. Yo, he got the chick talking to a plant, bro.
Nah, listen.
Like
that comment right there, it's like, yo, I'm telling you right now, he have ears around him, but you know what it is? It's like the fact of the matter is, you have to respect. See, Eminem is the king to these ears. Mm-hmm. Like I told you, I respect.
You think that? Yes, man.
Yes. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen,
it's possible.
I think
I honor Fliz.
I'll go after.
So when Fliz sit up there and say to me, "Yo, that's not it," I'm gonna go back and figure out why he said that's not. Yo, when I did my crazy verse, he pounded me. That's like one of the first time he ever pounded me. So I knew he liked the verse because he even said when we did "Feel It in the Air," I like that. See
that joint.
See,
that joint right there.
And
you produced that, right?
Yeah, I even got my kids in the background.
So again, like I told you, it's a different. When he said, now he's not saying the verse. Even Pradim said, "Yo, you did your thing," but Fliz is like, "Nah, I want to hear you different on my album." I understood where he was coming from, so it's not like he was.
That's why he took the song off.
I was like, everybody. I don't want to get on my album, but just say on that album, every artist on there was challenged. There was legends who didn't make that album because I was like, nah, that verse can't go. And I mean legends. So it was like, yo, I wasn't gonna accept anything other than this, what you heard. Like it or not. But yeah.
So we only got three. We only got three down here.
But let me come on that Eminem thing.
Dope production.
So what the thing with I want to talk about? You say Eminem's beats are like trash.
I don't agree with that.
In the realm of maybe hip hop, Eminem is a different animal. Right. You can't put him in.
He's always been like that.
But I'm saying no, because he had Dr. Dre stuff first. Yeah. Then he got kind of a rocky kind of edge, alternative kind of.
Dre, he learned how to produce from Dre.
Yeah, so it's
but
like it or not,
stiffer production.
Eminem is his foundation is steeped in hip hop.
He killed Dre on his own shit.
People keep saying that, and I hear you.
I don't know about that.
Let me be honest with you.
I'm not going to say that.
But hold up.
That's a nerd.
Both of those verses was hard, But yo, I swear Eminem went extra on that.
Eminem technically went crazy.
Listen,
yo, bro.
Do you make beats?
Yeah,
I was a rapper that made all of my beats. If I rapped on it, I made the beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm making it in my own image, in my own
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
That beat.
So that's what you're saying about that verse?
It came out of him. He's gonna eat anybody on it because it's his own beat.
This dude said we gotta keep the same energy, Eminem or not. I'm sorry, but I can't agree with that.
Listen.
You just put Eminem in his own category.
I put Busta Rhymes in his own category too.
I respect that.
And I think he made the hook.
He did make
the beat.
And he wrote to it before Jay probably even had a chance to finish his. Eminem had already had everything. It's like that's an advantage. That's home field advantage.
So he basically recorded it in Detroit, flew it to New
I don't know what happened.
But
Jay-Z killed that song.
Jay-Z was crazy.
They both went hard.
He goes, do not step to your awkward. I box lefty and off him. I pops lefty and off him. I'm like, what? Yeah. I don't think he got burned at all on that song.
It's narratives, though.
Killed it.
I mean, TJ, you got the right to feel, but I feel like it's a lot of stuff is narrative. The other narrative, like they say, what's the other one that it's another narrative? Rap is just everybody accepts it as facts, and I can't remember right now. I'm trying to think what it was, but that's one of them that everybody just accepts. That Eminem burnt Jay, and it's another one. I can't think of right now. But
you know what, to go with the narrative. I think we changed subjects to go with the narrative. What your boy said, bring the same energy. Let's talk about the 2 songs Busta did with Eminem, right? And yo, on the Calm Down joint, it's people was like, yo, Busta killed him, right? But then the Eminem fans were like, no, because mad reasons. Busta Rhymes gets to say the N-word. Yo, they were like, Busta gets to say the N-word. Is like, no, Busta killed that shit. Go listen to Calm Down with Busta Rhymes.
That's the joint he got with Jordan Lucas, because Jordan Lucas went him on that joint too
with
Eminem.
They got a video for that.
But he didn't kill Eminem on that either.
He didn't kill him.
Nah,
he
matched him.
He held his own. He matched him.
We didn't have a Jordan Lucas conversation one day, but
no, I rocked with Jordan Lucas.
Salute. But yeah, to me, there's certain rappers that are in their own world. Like, can't stack them up against other rappers. Like, it's like, nah, there's something different, you know? Like, and if you want to talk about beats, like we said Busta earlier, I love Busta Rhymes. Mm-hmm. Like, take the beat to Give Me Some More. That beat's not particularly hot.
That's you crazy.
But I'm saying, listen to what I said. It's not particularly hot. It's just and he just started.
All right, fellas, we only got. So I'm gonna read what we got. Dope production. Honest scene with good ears, no yes men. Writing your own rhymes, and we have nothing else.
So we need.
Did anybody say flow?
Flow is obviously
but
how important is flow?
Hold on, Charles. The thing about it is, see, again, all right, Blueface. What did everybody always say? He was always on beat.
He definitely was.
But people still catered to him and liked him. So again, there's still an audience for that.
You know what though? To be devil's advocate, in hip hop, it's always a time for everything. Off beat, flow. Remember PMD?
Yep.
I got the on beat, off beat.
You know who was
flow.
king of that?
Who?
Buckshot.
Buckshot, but he didn't do it as much as PMD. PMD built a name around that. And at one point,
Buckshot was trash. I don't care what you say, yo. Yo, Charles, stop it. Don't even do it.
You're right.
It was trash.
I
got yo.
I'm not gonna say
every
trash.
Sermon album was it was trash. He disappointed me on the
PMD, Tic Tac,
yeah,
but and notice he came back when he was rocking with Dawes Effects with the hardcore joint. I bring it to your heart. Yo, I have that song.
But they work better together.
Yo,
they
can't. One of the hottest offbeat songs to me, and I'm gonna get annihilated this because in high school everybody told me I was whack for loving the song. Special Ed, I never go back. I never flow back. I used to love that song. That song was trash. Yo, bro. I used to love that song. Yo, everybody was like,
it wasn't his best song. It wasn't his best song.
He said, I'm still rhyming. Timing through the window.
I was like,
it's got to be Charles.
Class
was trash. I knew it.
That track was banging.
That song was hot, yo.
He disappointed.
I never go back.
Hold up, touch. We're not gonna ever call Master Ace. We're not gonna ever call Master Ace no biter. We're not ever gonna say Master Ace bit nobody's nothing.
Clash with the
Clash. Culture was that They mastered that.
First of all,
Trend number 2.
Master
what
Ace
you want to
ain't
do?
like nobody.
Yo,
Go listen to
Trends
Disposable
yo,
Arts.
Trends-
Eminem,
touch. Me and you
Master
need to
Ace
talk.
is the Eminem.
We
What we
need
got
to talk
Eminem say.
Trends of Culture was my favorite song to this.
John said, I think our inflow is focused on multiple flows per song, which I love. Big Crit on the song with Mount Olympus. His last verse on that song has seamlessly flowed through 4 to 5 flows. Eminem can't do a song without doing like 15 different flows no more because he's judged so highly.
This is now to me aggravating about Eminem. I'm tired of hearing. I said, all right, bro, we get you can rap fast.
It's a classic album.
Of course.
Yeah,
But they won't say the verse is hot if he doesn't. See, Eminem is in a bubble right now. You don't understand what these fans expect from him. That's why he's on that Nas song, EPMD. This nigga did about 80 bars. Because he did, like, I'm exaggerating, but he did. He did everything they did, he doubled it. Because his fans going to rush to that song, right? And they're going to all listen for all this staccato.
Yep.
And if he don't do it, he got barred up. His level is so high right now. He need long because he got to give you slow flow. He got to slow. He got to ease into it. Then he got to start going a little faster. Then he got to hit maximum optimist. Then he got to come back down again. Then he got to slow it down and then tail off. He got to do all that on every single song.
But you know what though?
His fans demand it.
They
demand it.
Notice the whole fact of the matter. See, to answer your question with all this. See, if you have to work harder to maintain the person that you are, because nobody else got to ever do that in the history of music. Jay-Z's still gonna do what he do. Pusha T's still gonna do what he do. Kanye is experimental, so he's on a different level.
Just gonna do it.
Yeah. So the thing that I'm sitting up there saying, so when it comes to rappers, like, see, you want to answer the question? Ask yourself what you like to listen to and what type of music. Like when I listen to my team. If I just saw my team, like when we did the interview in Springfield, I was saying, oh, Fliz is on an international level. That dude is international. Like he could touch every genre of music when it comes to music. I can't do that. This dude could touch in Midwest with his music, even though he's an East Coast artist. Me and you is kind of in the same category, but we're different in what we're doing because you're a rapper's rapper. I'm one of them rappers where like he's not commercial, but he's not underground.
You're right, Chop Guru wasn't going to be the offbeat.
I love Guru recipes.
Everybody like Guru. So the thing about it is, when it comes to a style of what makes a good rapper, is who you want to listen to. Like Biggie. Biggie had wordplay that you like, yo, I could rock with his wordplay and everything. Just like Buckshot had wordplay that you could rock, and they come from 2 different spectrums, but you could rock with it. Then Redman, when Redman came out, you like, oh shoot. And so, even Method Man have wordplay that you play.
Oh hell,
Method Man got a song right now.
Redman Superman, he's going dumb. But Redman, the Superman lovers, all of them, that's just a whole nother different, like, he went dumb on
Touch 182 said Trends came out 1 year with a song called Off and On. Master Ace changed his whole style on Slaughterhouse to offbeat on beat. I'm going to research that because it's very few things that I don't know.
Listen. I was a Master Ace fan, and he did switch it up on the because like you might hear the song Jeep Ass Pirate. Mm-hmm. That's my joint.
What do you have? The Jeep joint. What's the?
But he had he had the Slaughterhouse. He had a song called Slaughterhouse, and it was different. It wasn't the Master Ace.
Right, it was a remix.
So the thing about it is, but see,
that's what blew him up. That remix.
What I like about Master Ace is also creative because he came up with the INC Incorporation that was the West Coast sound. So that's my favorite.
What's the drink? The
INC, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the
song.
Jeep Ass, yeah. Brainiac, Dum Dum.
But that's before the Master Ice, the INC, right? The INC, right? So the thing when I'm sitting up there saying, I get what this man. What you're saying, but believe me, I'm Master Ace. Like the Jeep Ass on radio to catch that song to get that airplay. But there was that album called the West Coast album of Low Riders and everything. Because you would have thought he switched his style.
Was that his second album?
I think it's his third.
Third album?
Yeah, it's his third. Because being in the business is first. and then he came up the Jeep as Pirate with the second Slaughterhouse.
No,
And
that's Take a Walk With Me. No,
it's the Master Incorporation. It's that Incorporation.
Right.
It's the gold cover. Believe me. So
Chop said "Sitting on Chrome." That's the name.
No. That's a song on it. Was it though? Hold up, let's look it up. Somebody look it up.
Chop said "Slaughterhouse" classic album. Do you agree? I don't. Would you agree?
Hell no.
I don't think it's a classic.
Wait, Slaughterhouse who? The group Slaughterhouse?
The group Slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was talking about.
I thought he was talking about.
Maybe he was talking about Master Ace. He might be talking about Master Ace.
Nah, that's the Slaughterhouse was not a classic album.
Don't Master Ace got an album called
He got it. That's the second
I
album.
think he's talking about Master Ace.
I think he's talking about Master Ace then.
Nah, if he talking about Slaughterhouse, yes. He talking about Master Ace, no.
He didn't say Slaughterhouse has a classic album. He said Slaughterhouse is a classic album.
the album itself.
That's what I'm
See,
saying.
he said Master Ace, yeah.
Nah, he bugging.
Well,
He's bugging. He's bugging. No. You gonna call me later and be like, yo.
Like, why'd you let me do it?
How about yo?
We officially have solved nothing. We got
I'll keep going.
Let's add Flow. You said Flow, right? You do Flow on there. No, it's so because Flow is.
Oh, you're right. It was Sitting on Chrome. That's the name of the album. Sitting on Chrome.
Chop's got that.
Yeah, because him.
What knows important about the flow? Because the flow changes with each generation of what's hot.
Album trend song off and on 1993. Master Ace came out after them. He didn't come out. Come on, Master Ace is on the symphony.
He was on the symphony in the 80s.
He talking about. I guess he's talking about with that style.
Oh, okay.
With the style, because Master Ace has been out since '88.
But hold on, because he came up with the song "Me and the Biz,"
right?
With the puppet. That track was dope.
Yeah.
Me and the Biz.
You know why that song? You know why Biz ain't on that song?
Go ahead.
He didn't make it to the studio. He's supposed to come to the studio. He did.
Oh,
he's in the building.
In fact,
what up,
that
Shay?
podcast I was telling you about, he breaks all that down. Master Ace breaks all that
but
down.
I opened up for Master Ace at the old Black Rep before, and he was a cool dude. I'll tell you one thing about that dude. He can do a live show. At least when I saw him, I was like, all right, like he ain't playing. And he played this little rap game with the crowd. It was like kind of like a game show, but with the words where you had to guess the members of the Juice Crew. But he goes, and then he did it rhyme. It was dope. Like,
take a look. Now keep going.
Can I tell you my most embarrassing moment in probably my hip hop life?
What?
Master Ace came and did a show downtown Prague at that building that's now it's by the where Alchemy's at. It's like right there. It used to be in the club.
Across the street, in the bottom shit.
Yeah.
That was a few places.
They changed mad time.
Spot
right?
Underground.
And Master Ace.
You're talking about, right?
What's it called?
It was a Spot Underground at one point.
It was called the Spot Underground.
Yeah.
Somebody brought Master Ace to perform, and I got drunk. It was me and wife. I was bent. So at the end of the show, he finished rapping and he walked over to the bar, just chilling, whatever. I was like, yo, good to meet you, bro. Yo, peace, son. Like I was mad. He's like, he's not drunk. He's sober. So he's like, yeah, nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you. He's just looking at me like,
clown.
Like this clown. That's how he looked at me, like this clown. I'm like, Mark. He's like, that's it. I'm like, that's it, bro. You the man, bro. Like, and I'm like just drunk, like just keep dapping him, bumping him, and he like, thank you. Like he's just being humble, but thank you. And then I'm like, I finally walked away, and I'm like, I look real corny right now. She was like, yeah, you look bad right now, bro.
Yo, Shacey, we talked about.
Hey, okay, we can do that all day.
The original topic.
I had Slaughterhouse album. The Slaughterhouse is not. No, listen, he's the original Slaughterhouse. That album is not a classic. I'm not on agree with you on that one.
Hold on. Let's catch up. Yo, the original topic where we was trying to name what makes a hot rapper.
What makes a great
What makes a great rapper. We was trying to name, but it expands into a lot of stuff, and we started talking about Master Ace.
We only got 4 things: dope production, honesty,
2 each,
writing your own rhymes, and flow. I haven't
Who
said
said flow.
These two, y'all both said flow.
No, it was thrown out there. A flow. You want to be a great rapper. You have to.
Whether it's on or off beat, you gotta have a flow.
You have to have a flow to be a great rapper.
But I think flow is almost default.
You know, it's like it's an
I know some guys that flow is garbage.
Yo,
exactly.
Are y'all talking? Yo, Slaughterhouse is not a classic.
We talking about the album.
All
right, so 5th thing. Let me try to name what I feel like, and don't let me take this show up because I'll do the next 6. I feel like your topics have to be timely. You have to be able to.
I had this album.
What's the word I'm looking for, Fliz? Where you got to be able to use. You got to be able to have some subject matter. You got to be saying something, and that's mad. That's mad. Like,
I think you said it.
That's not even like really, because anything can be something. But the words I'm trying to say is, I think you got to be
relevant subject matter.
I think you got to be
something. It's like Pac was saying something.
Right.
Big was saying
you gotta
like,
construct something that's going to reflect
I get what you're saying,
on society. Like you gotta have a consciousness. Yo, not every song.
Cheap ass nigga was on Slaughterhouse.
But at some point, you gotta have some consciousness, and you gotta have some subject matter. I'm gonna put able to have a conscious subject matter. Right? At times.
I know what you mean. When I said that's something that sticks to your ribs. That's why I say that. But I know what you mean.
Oh, that was my joint Saturday Night Live.
So like to me, right?
You can't be a constant clown all the time.
You cannot. You have to say something.
Take
you're not doing hip hop right if you're not saying something.
Yeah, like you can't do a whole album of Picking Boogers by Biz Markie or something.
Right.
I get you.
And Biz never really talked about nothing, or so it seemed. But then Biz he would talk about the Vapors or living in the ghetto. He would say something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It would be something. The Vapors is like really, when you peel it back, it's funny and it's not. But it's really about dudes overcoming the odds that people boxed them in saying it wasn't gonna be nothing.
Yeah. I get it, yeah.
And they became something.
What Big Daddy Kane he took? Was that the first verse?
Yep. No, that was the second verse.
That was the second verse.
Vinny, C. Yep. Not Mr. C.
Wasn't Mr. C?
No, it's
3 verses, right?
Come Master Cool V. My brother, the Big Daddy Kane, and it was like, Come Master Cool V. Who did I say first?
Can you feel it? Nothing can say.
And himself.
This is the season.
So it was Kane, Cool V, his DJ, and then himself. So Shicey said performance, pen, beats, cadence, experience, range, production.
That's a definite. You need that.
I think range is crazy.
Range.
How about wordplay?
Range is crazy. Wordplay, it helps, but I don't think it's detrimental.
Yeah. Ooh, does performance matter?
He be performance.
Performance. Yeah. I don't think for a great rapper, I don't think performance matters.
It doesn't matter.
Nah, you know what, Fliz?
Do you mean stage? Do you mean stage?
I'm gonna tell you
that's
what.
an MC.
Yes.
Do you mean stage or like rap studio?
On stage.
On stage, that's an MC.
Because when Rakim first came out, they used to be like, he's terrible. And he had Rakim. They said Rakim was bad. They said UPMD was bad.
I think Pun is a great rapper. Pun couldn't perform for shit. Big Pun couldn't perform for shit.
He couldn't move, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I seen him. He came to the original Lubos. Half the show, he had one leg on the speaker.
Yeah. And at one point, he was sitting in his kind of crown.
No.
Then he was sitting in a chair.
No. I'm gonna ask for this.
Then he was sitting in the
chair. No, I'm saying you can get away with it.
By the way,
you can get away with it. You can get away with it. And I got nominated for Best Live Performance with my crew and came home with one of the awards. I love performance.
Listen,
we know you get.
Hold on. I'm about to shut him down right now. Yo,
thank you.
I'm gonna shut him down right now. Please. Who's your favorite rapper?
Who's that? Who said that? Who said that last comment? People that say performance does not matter, but beat selection does. I'm not sure what to say to them. Hey, bro, who is that? By the way,
that's Touch.
That's Touch. Hey, I'll tell you this, Touch. I'm saying both things.
No.
I'm saying because Big Pun to me is a phenomenal MC.
Please, could I ask you a question?
But I'm not saying it doesn't matter, so you got to break it down. Hold on. You got to go in between the lines of what I'm saying.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Where I put my
What you got, notes now?
I know he's slowing down the show. Like, nigga, spit it out.
Where's my mic?
Like, dude, what are you taking so long for?
He lost his mic.
How you lose his mic?
I gave it to TJay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Come on, I went to the house and hold that for a second. But okay, I hope they can hear me.
It's around there somewhere.
I'll if you hear me.
Yo,
maybe it's in your seat.
That's what's up.
It's right there in the seat.
It is. Okay, listen, please.
What up?
Put it on your shirt.
Please. I just want to ask one question. Can you please tell me who's your top 5?
No.
Charles, stop.
I just said Big Pun is in my top.
No.
I just named him as a
Charles, you're not listening.
Go ahead.
I have a
Big Pun wasn't a performer on stage, but the dude is nice. He's arguably the nicest Latino rapper.
Charles.
He did.
Thank you. That's my point. That's my point.
He can't even rate
Who
that.
said Big Pun is whack though? Yo, as hip hop people, if anyone gonna say Big Pun wasn't a great rapper,
did he control his breath?
No. He did.
No. Like,
so he didn't get his rhymes.
Charles, nah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, Fat Joe
he needed everybody to say his stuff.
Was
Yeah.
there.
He needed
But yo, and you gonna say he's not a legend?
Yeah, he needed an oxygen tank.
He needed
an oxygen tank. I know about that. Yeah.
Who was the other rappers who came recently? There was like older rappers though now. Cass was talking about. I didn't even go to this show, but I heard they were so horrible. But they're legends.
Who?
I'm trying to think. This was a while ago. No, that wasn't Camp Lo. I wouldn't consider Camp Lo legend. So no.
What?
I wouldn't.
Even with the one album.
One album?
No, they got a couple albums. You crazy, Charles.
We're gonna say Camp Lo and rap legends.
I'm gonna yes.
Over Big Pun.
They're not legends like that.
Not over Big Pun.
I'm like,
who said over Big? Why you gotta be over somebody?
No, because when I argue Big Pun, it sounds like there's disagreement.
I'm
like,
hold up, y'all didn't even let me get. Listen, I know Fliz. His top rap list consists of. Listen to his list. Method Man.
Yep.
See?
Dope performer.
See?
I opened up for him twice.
Busta Rhymes.
I did crazy.
No, listen. Listen.
Chop is right. Camp Lo does have several albums. I say one album because nobody did it on them other albums, Chop. You and Dale.
I didn't even know they had more than one album.
I didn't know they had more than one album.
They're nice. Camp Lo is and Jay-Z stole Homeboy's cadence, but that's another story.
Oh Lord.
You want to make a bet?
No, go ahead.
Jay-Z get accused of everything in hip hop, and there's a secret safe, and he went in it like everything. He stole his rival, like everything, bro.
I just said two dudes that I know Fliz like, and they both lyricists and performers. Method Man, Busta Rhymes. Who's his third favorite dude? Let me. Biggie. See, Biggie.
Who said Biggie? Biggie's not my tops. I was young. Biggie's not my top 5. No.
Can I say something controversial?
Go ahead.
And we're gonna settle it today.
Go
ahead. It's so controversial. I already know.
Say it.
How they dress.
Who? Oh, he's talking about the artist.
That'll mess with. I don't care.
That means Slick Rick with the gold.
Yeah.
Rakim with the Dookie ropes.
That's definitely a part
now, we got to get down. That's part of style. But style is more than this.
You rap, but you a pooper nigga.
Put it like this. Image.
Like you a pooper.
Image. I'm going to put it like this.
Pooper can dress.
Image.
Can dress.
Let's settle this right now. Does image make you a good rapper?
Yes.
That's part of it.
It doesn't make you a great rapper. It matters. It matters for promotion.
Whenever I step in the venue, I'm trying to be the flyest dude in the room.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
That's real shit. That's how I'm
Touch 182 said people that say performance does not matter, but beat selection does. I'm not sure.
He's coming at me.
He's coming at me.
Coming at me, but hey,
if you deserve it.
Between the lines, that's all
you can't say your beats got to be dope, but your performance don't matter.
Like it or not, in hip hop annals, we all know that beats matter. Whether you want to say that word, the annals of hip hop, whether you want to admit it or not.
That's the word. See, last week you were saying about the big word.
You know, let me say something. When I was a kid.
I know what a encyclopedia is.
They say funny thing is, when I talk, I don't think I'm talking like any different than anybody else. No. But then it's like, what do you say? Like, no, I don't think
Kendrick, Andre 3000, Most Def, All Dressed, ... interest.
Listen.
You know what? I'll say this. I got roasted for dressing bad. So I guess it does matter.
Wait, he said Kendrick, Andre 3000. Like,
he's talking about the way they dress. The way they dress. That's the image. Yeah, but the three he named are revered.
Yo, hold on.
As MCs.
Mm-hmm. So Charles, hold on. Let's go back to the original question. So we can get back on board. So okay, you said what's the characteristics of an MC, right? The MC thing.
Make a great MC.
Okay, so
great rapper.
Great. So we got what? What we got so far?
Images in
images.
Because I have to bow to that because I roasted 500 bad.
See, listen.
You know what I mean?
So number one is dope production. Number two, honesty with good ears.
Is that number one?
I don't think we put in the order. We didn't put in the order.
Oh, okay. Number 2 is On a Team with Good Ears, No Yes Men. Number 3, Writing Your Own Rhymes, which we didn't debate.
That might be number 1.
Number 4 is Flow.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Wordplay, which I was saying concepts, but I'm gonna leave it at wordplay.
I thought you were saying like subject matter.
That's it. But I think wordplay is very important too.
All right. No, I mean,
I didn't hear that. What's the wordplay?
I think a lot of legendary rappers got away without wordplay. But I ain't gonna debate it.
I'm gonna put
this
subject
always tell me
matter.
I got too much wordplay. You like, yo, calm that down. We don't want to think every time.
Yeah, but I don't want you to do that only. That's the thing. It's like, yo, my thing is, I love an artist with range and versatility.
See, and this is where we disagree.
He's like,
but listen,
take chances.
listen.
Ahead,
A lot of my idols fell into traps, trying to be everything.
But take you for
instance.
I can name 4 of your verses where you don't sound the same at all.
But I take pride in doing that. But but I take pride in doing. I like try to.
That's called range, Sean.
I do.
The range, yeah.
I do. But I also don't try to like do too much pandering. And so when I say like,
it comes natural to you, right?
Right. So it's like I don't try to be like, what are they gonna like in the 8th Ward? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just do what I feel is nice for this particular beat. But some people, I'm gonna use them again. Big Daddy Kane. Mm-hmm. Taste the Chocolate. Which one of us got that tape?
I love it.
I bought it.
I bought it too.
I bought it. I did not enjoy it.
Now, Kane had the dress.
That's like LL, what is it? Black Cat?
Walking with a Panther?
Walking with a Panther.
You didn't like that album?
No, that album was...
It was
like
mid.
That album was good.
Yeah, it was mid.
It was mid.
You
ain't gonna bark on it. It was mid.
But people know, in LL's book, he even said that basically at that time, he was just partying and bullshitting, bro. He's high. He's
really got a big old
but he's
and going back to Cali.
He wasn't gay. He said it. He said it himself. That
I
wasn't
love
putting on his
going back
best
to Cali.
foot.
Wifey hates that.
I love that song.
That song's hard.
That's in my phone, dude. It's in my phone. I can play it right now.
But you know what though? It's not. It's not pure hip hop.
Yeah. Then you got.
I like the create. I like the creativity. Yeah. Thank you. See.
Now, y'all gonna walk into a trap.
All right, let's trap it out.
Y'all gonna walk into a trap. Y'all gonna walk into a trap. It's a trap. Is that a good beat?
That's Star Wars.
Which one?
Going back to Cali?
Back to Cali?
I do not think so. I don't think so. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But let's say, when it came out, it was something so different.
Can I be honest?
So wait.
LL probably. But wait,
he said he didn't like the beat.
But LL probably picked some of the worst beats.
No, he didn't pick that. No,
he was high.
Rick Rubin gave it.
Now, what's
he
he
said he
say?
didn't like that.
Booming
Systems.
That's my
Wait.
Yo, listen, he came out at the Civic
Slow
Center.
Slow down.
I was at the show. I was at
That's
the concert.
two things about that song.
That's what
Two things about that song, TJ. One, that was another one of his infamous comebacks.
Yep.
Where he had fell off.
Yeah.
Mama said knock him out.
And two,
he said it himself. He was partying and bullshit.
I've never seen a man have so many comebacks in my life. LL had about 5 or 6.
But he was 16. Dude, remember, I was living in New York when he came out. Crush Groove.
Number 2 about that song, that's a sample. That's in vogue from another song that was already popping. So yes, he did his thing.
Stop.
Cars Right About the Booming System is in vogue.
Stop. Don't let me throw this bad at you. Cars Booming System came out first before In Vogue.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Oh my God. Yo, class right now. You want to make a bet?
No, this was class. He's right.
Look it up.
I was like the 8th grade.
Are you crazy? You want to make a bet right now?
Look it up.
Dude,
No,
you know,
I want money. I want money.
John, don't bet that. Don't bet that.
Yo,
I'm
He's
not
right.
betting.
Don't bet it.
Booming Sister, yo, you can't
not
tell
betting
me.
it.
Booming Sister kept
They
waiting
used
for
to
it.
play those
Yeah,
songs at the
yo,
same time on
Charles.
the radio.
I want to bet. Please.
Nah,
Please.
yo, trust me.
Nah.
I was in middle school when Booming System was dropped.
Booming Sister was way before it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Cars
front.
Ride. Yo, you can't.
It came
Charles,
out like 90.
I'm a hip hop fan.
I think
Me
90.
too. That was my song. Booming System. I hated the video. That video was corny, but the song was
It
fire.
was Mad Max.
You chewed my head off when I
Mad
said
Max.
LL was corny.
I did not say LL was corny.
I said it, and then you chewed my head. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
I told you LL ain't corny.
But he said you're saying the video was corny. So
that video was corny.
But no. Honestly, I'm gonna give it 1990. That Booming Sister.
Yo, watch. Booming Sister came out way before
if Booming Sister.
That's why I like it.
Wait. If Booming Sister came out in 1990,
yep.
In Vogue came out before that.
Nah, they came out like 94ish or something. It was years later.
Juice is 92.
Yo, I'm telling you, Charles.
Juice is 92. And Vogue is in there.
Booming Sister came out in the 90.
Booming Sister,
90?
I swear, came out first.
And then now look up in Vogue. Yo,
Now,
dude, I was gonna make a bet. Yo, dude, I was in the hood when those songs came out.
Let's see.
I know.
So wait,
I'm rarely wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Hold on. In Vogue,
hold on to your love, bro.
Touch already looked it up. Booming Sister 90 and Vogue was 91.
He
said it was like on Google.
No, I told you. No, I do.
Just what Chop just said.
What?
Come on, read it.
What did Chop
read it?
Nah.
Read it.
Booming Sister came out first because they stole it. Everyone stole it.
Facts don't mean that you feel it.
No, Charles, I know for a fact. Yo, dude, Booming Sister came out before In Vogue.
Please, listen to me.
Charles, I'm not. Listen.
He just said he's guessing.
No.
He just said I'm guessing.
I don't care what he's guessing.
Listen to
I know for a fact.
I grew up like DJs.
Listen.
They used to mix them songs together.
I know
what I'm talking about.
Booming Sister came out first. Booming Sister came out.
How can nobody find this out?
For some reason, it said this come up.
Yo, just look up In Vogue.
I'm Wikipedia. I'm on Wikipedia.
What the hell y'all doing? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, this taking way too long.
Oh, yo, it says 90 on things. So
no, In Vogue came out after LL Cool J.
I remember that.
I know that for a fact.
When I'm right.
But it came out
I get 2 weeks of uninterrupted classes. Uninterrupted classes. So hold on, let me look this up. Yeah. This one gonna burn because y'all dudes is 2 years off.
You know what? Nah, it did come out about the same year. You know why?
I'm not on crack, dog.
I do this. I know it came out first.
You just told me.
I said what came out first. I said
Juice came out the same year, right?
Juice is from 1992. So listen to me.
Was that on the sound?
It was already
way before. Do you remember what LL Cool J was doing? Because all the cars with the Booming Sister, they had a contest with that. The cars ride by with the Booming Sister. I couldn't even drive yet. So I did. Because you know in the hood they always had Booming Sister. Because that's when they had the Datsuns.
Listen to me.
All I'm saying is he came out at the Civic Center.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Call for the video.
I'm looking at this. I'm willing to be like, it came out about the same time.
Yo,
that's what.
But I remember in my hearing LL before.
Out before that.
It's mad vague on here, but it's telling me
1990. It's funny. It's weird. Like
1990. They both came out in 90.
Booming Sister came out first because that was his Listen. I was at L. Listen. You know what else song he came up with that? Around the Way Girl after that. That joint was fire. Yo.
No, Shauna, don't listen. Shauna, listen to me.
Tell him, Shauna.
Hold on. Chop in the noise. Chop in the noise. In Vogue came out March 5th, 1990. Now check when Booming Sister came out.
Go ahead.
Where they said that?
That's what Chop
said. Just looked it up.
Oh wait, what's the date on it?
I went to Booming System. I don't trust Wikipedia.
I'm done. Look what Chop just wrote. I'm done. Can I be the king now or tomorrow? Am I the king now or tomorrow?
I'm not believing that.
So it's fake news. So now it's fake news.
R&B always stole from hip hop. R&B always stole from hip hop.
No, I'll do this.
Listen,
it's at least the same year.
Listen to what I just told you.
It is the same year.
Listen to what I just told you. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna rewind the tape. I just told you that came from In Vogue. They did not sample that. He sampled it and used it for Booming System. I'm telling you what happened. So now, back to LL. I don't even know where we was at with it. I don't know where we was at. But I remember that vividly. So what I'm saying is, we was talking about something with LL.
I think beats or something like, we were talking about something with the criteria of rap.
Thank you, Chop. Chop get an honorary.
Chop.
Yo, I don't know. No, you get a cup. I'm sending you getting an honorary cup, Chop. He's going right here.
And an album.
Chop. F you. And you better put that stuff up there. Because I know for a fact,
That means I gotta work.
Yo, listen, bro.
No, listen. And Vogue had multiple versions on that song because I had the 12-inch. Yo, Chop! I don't give a damn. I did
Chop
too.
is a DJ,
Yo,
bro.
Shut it up. I'm not a DJ, and I knew that because it both had a long version. They had the
You ain't know when it came out. You ain't know when it came out. You talking 94? You talking 92?
Don't let me get my iPod.
Hey, I'll tell you.
Listen, bro.
I want to concede. I know.
Hip hop. It has
R&B always stole from hip hop.
It has moments. It has moments in time.
Yo,
I remember.
Yo.
That's when DJs first started mixing songs that sound the same.
Listen, I know Charles
was back then.
I agree, Charles. Listen, I was a hood kid, man. When I tell you what I was with the hood. I was in Brooklyn. I was in Chad Brown at the time.
Look what Tuff just said. Look what Tuff just said. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. But no, they did come out the same year.
Wait, what happened with the mixtapes?
So Image, we ain't gonna get to that, but listen, Image.
I'm ready for that.
So we was talking about LL, something about Booming System and LL.
He was saying that what was the song from LL that was popping at the time? And I was like, yo, Booming System. Because you talking about going back to Cali.
You talking about the beat, going back to Cali. You talking about the beat. You said, do you like the beat to go back to Cali? I said no, not particularly, basically.
So all right, anyway, so Image. I truly believe some of the rappers in my top 10 to this day made it there because the image they projected to me.
Oh, I can agree with that.
KRS had this hard ass image.
Everybody
had this fly ass leather shit on.
Dude, stop. Because in New York, it was a different. See, in New York, you know what it was? When he came out and this MC, because you gotta remember. See,
so got myself a Uzi and my brother now.
Not
in
New York, right? But it was. See, in New York, you know they call New York the Mecca for a reason. MC Shan was looked at. That's why Queensbridge, like Nas and everything, they was looked at as gods. When KRS-One came at MC Shan, that's why you notice when they was dissing each other, they did that because they was trying to take that throne. When he came out with The Bridge Is Over, he ended MC Shan's career.
Shan don't see it that way, but yeah.
No, I don't care what he see. He did it. He did it.
Shan will tell you the drugs in his career.
And no. Charles,
and a lot of his fake friends.
Charles.
Follow him on Instagram. You'll never laugh so hard.
You see him on Drink Champs?
No, I ain't see that.
No, he's still mad.
Hey, thank you, Charles. Listen, and let me tell you what was popping in New York when I was coming up. Because we had the block parties. Setting off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all.
Set it off.
They was bumping in our hood.
Set it off.
And you know who else was bumping? That's how I knew who he was. Brass Monkey,
Beastie Boy,
the Bungie Monkey.
Listen, a lot of people thought they was black.
Paul Revere.
Everybody thought they was black. If you being honest, everybody thought Beastie Boys was black.
You know what it was? Because it wasn't videos or no images.
No videos,
no video. But Run DMC was running New York at that time when I was in New York. Now, when The Bridge Is Over came out, and like the Real Rashan, when she did, that was different levels.
Shauna, you know what, Shauna, too? Yeah.
What?
She told me enjoy your 2 weeks off.
You're going to enjoy your 2 weeks off. I'm going to pull that right now. Yo, because Boomer,
he was wrong.
But anyway,
I was not wrong. Hold on. I'm looking for that.
Anyway, with images, I have to agree because I'll agree with you 100% in a way because every rapper has an image that you hold on to. And I didn't realize this to a few things. I remember whether Dame Dash or somebody, I was watching some doc, whether the show or something, where they said, all right, you got Jay-Z, he's the hustler. At that time, he was the hustler.
He spelled in boom. That's how I know he's.
And he said, no,
see, thank you.
He said DMX was the dude who represents the have-nots. And it made me start thinking, like, wow, every rapper does have their lane. You know what I mean? Like when Merc used to have on the Boiler Room Wall all the old vinyl albums, I'm like, not one of these people made me feel the same. J. Rue the Damager didn't make me feel like Slick Rick. Didn't make me feel like it was like everybody has their image what you hold on to. So yeah, I have to agree with you. Images like even the grungy cats. Remember when Das Effect came out? I wanted to be a grungy cat in high school because of them.
And you know what's
like, you know what I mean?
We like all of us underground cats at that time wanted that grungy, like
we want that grungy, dirty shit,
big pants on.
We was wearing army fatigues.
Fatigues. I still got some fatigue.
Me too.
I got fatigue shorts. I ain't no.
Yeah, I still got.
I had a pair of Eastlands.
But back then, though,
Yeah.
I mean, you were in
Carhartt
the
suits,
Carhartts, the Columbia,
Timbs, the Columbia.
Yo, this
Nautica, Polo.
Nobody listen to you no more. So listen,
No.
what's the weather the weather
Columbia.
Columbia and Nautica.
I'm looking for that right
Columbia,
now.
yo, I love that plastic joint.
Yo,
the plastic joint, the whole suit.
Remember when?
And Columbia pit.
I'll be honest with you. And I'm looking for the Eastlands.
You know what? Mary's brother, before he passed, he was like obsessed with finding that Nautica that Nas had on, the Nautica jacket.
The Nautica jacket.
He found it. I think he found it, but it was like mad expensive. But like he found it.
I was just telling him, old school original Fresh Fest T-shirt, 2,500.
Really?
Yeah.
The original.
On eBay?
Yes.
Remember when everybody started getting all the French looking stuff like the Sauconys and the
I remember that, yeah.
What's the Coq Sportif, and like all the hustlers was buying all of the velour suits and the Gucci links, the Gucci links, like you know what I'm saying? I used to want the Gucci link. I couldn't afford that. That's crazy. But that was the era, the 90s, the early 90s.
Yo, did y'all
early
know that
90s,
En Vogue was
the Stan Smith Adidas and the Reebok Classics.
Right now in the crib.
You know, and what's the other one? The other tennis ones. You got the Nike Cortez, and then you got the it's like the Stan Smith, but it's something else. But yeah, it was an era where it was all about your clothes, and if you didn't have that, you wasn't Deodora. Chop, you remember Iverson Mall when you walked to the movie theater? You walked to the Iverson Theater, and there was this little shoe store on the corner. Right before you get to the Baskin Robbins, you cross the street, the shoe store had all the fly. They had the mannequins with the Deodora shoe, all that, and the Pumas. Like, yo, that store was mad expensive. And only the hustlers could really get. I was going there, but you couldn't afford it.
Spread Love video. I got Deodora's on.
Yo, let me tell you
Deodora's was dope.
I never wore it.
true stuff.
See me with the more.
I know. I know.
Yo, will you get through?
Yo,
I
images so dog. Images so important that I swear that I never got like my own record deal because of image. And I honestly think that's
I believe that's true.
Because on
Had you
3
been on
separate
some shit, you
situations,
would have got it.
like I remember I went to in front of VH1. They first of all they told me I'm too fat to do girl songs. This was years ago.
Yo, Biggie.
They didn't care. Biggie had a confidence.
Was trash, bro.
No, yo, but this was after Biggie. They was like, yo, but I didn't come like Biggie. All this confidence, like I was just rapping. I was a rapper. Yeah, so I didn't have no like I wasn't Biggie geared up.
Biggie was a playboy who could actually rap.
Yes. So they told me that I was at another joint for maybe MTV or some shit where I remember I was doing like big joints at the time, and it was like, yo, I look crazy. And I told you the story. I told you guys the story when I couldn't get into my own show at one point. They had to let me in because it was a well-dressed club. I had on my sleeveless shit. I'm like, yo, it was like, yo, too bummy basically to come up in this. So a lot of times, like, I didn't know, like, being younger and being stubborn, like, I came from the grimy era. I want to look grimy. Even amongst when times changed on me, but it's like, yo, no one wants you to look grimy. I remember this cat, Warren, who used to rock with Lane. Warren got to a point where
He's from Brooklyn, too.
He was from Brooklyn at the time. There was a time after, like, you know, when Das Effects and people like that went away, he would tell people, you got to cut the dreads off. He was like, yo, because he was like the industry. He was our industry kind of, I guess, insider for the clique. And at one point, he was like, yo, you got to get rid of the locks at that point. Now it's funny, right now in the underground for the young kids, everybody got locks. Everything just kind of came back.
Right now, you got your dreads, no shirt, tats. You got to have like some lean and like, and what?
That's the part.
Yeah. So it's like you got to look a certain way.
Bald
head, tattoos, no shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and a chain.
Image is definitely very important to like.
So we're gonna
because you're not just selling a product; you're selling yourself.
I don't think we've made a full MC yet. Something's missing. We got 8 things. Something feel like it's missing.
Go ahead, say it again.
We got dope production.
Yep.
Honest team with good ears.
Yep.
Writing your own rhymes. Your flow. Subject matter. Wordplay, which I think is very important. Performance and image. Subject matter and wordplay is different. Wordplay, you can say a whole bunch of nothing, but you by the way you bounce the words. Sometimes I do it on purpose. Sometimes I'll just play with the words.
You're a seasoned vet though.
Yeah, but I'll be like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna take 8 fucking words that all rhyme and just put that shit. It ain't gonna have no meaning. It's just gonna sound fucking good. So that's word playing with the words.
My thing is no fluidity.
Nah, you know what? Hey, you wanna know what? Let's do this.
Oh, he said y'all forget.
Oh,
The voice,
both need a voice.
Nah,
you mentioned his choice. They both need a voice.
Nah, you know what?
His
voice.
DMX's voice.
I didn't agree with his
I'm gonna
voice.
disagree with the voice, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, my name is the voice. That's number one.
Then you can't.
Number two, no, because
I'm gonna listen to him, but I'm not
Jada
listening.
Kiss got a voice. Jada Kiss, he got a voice.
There's no rapper without a good voice. Not even one.
Nah, dude,
there's not a good rapper without a good voice.
Even
DOC.
I'll say this.
Exactly.
I'll say this. Even there was rappers who had awkward voices, but that worked in their favor.
So Craig Mack.
In my younger days, I used to smoke the
Yeah, it worked in their favor. Kind of.
Listen. Yo, Charles, I'm about to give you a dimension to your list. Take a rapper and make them fit the name of what we just said. So you have to put a name to each one.
I want one more though. We got 9, and I want a 10th one. Then we can do that.
So you say dope production. Who's the rapper that had the best production?
That's subjective.
No, just say.
Nah.
Yo, just
because you can just go off of Nas. You can go off of Nas's first album.
So Busta Rhymes. No. You can't just.
I wouldn't say Busta Rhymes had the best of all time production.
Who had
all time?
You gotta fit that.
Too
who had the best?
I don't think he's saying all time. I think he's just saying best
Who
production.
had the best production? What rapper had the best production? Like a rapper that you know their production is always on point.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Okay, so Jay-Z. Now, so
does he embody everything on the list? Is that what you got there?
What's the second one?
Honest team with good ears, no yes men. We don't really know niggas have
No. You know, you could tell who had yes men and who didn't. You could tell by listening to what came out.
That's true.
So you don't think 50 Cent?
Had yes men?
Yeah, he had yes men.
But he had yes men, but that first album.
Nah, but his
So first of all, anything Dre touches,
it's crazy.
Ain't no yes men in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
don't listen to nothing. He gonna sit there and tweak them not. So he ain't had no yes men. Not 50. Because Dre didn't even put out Rock Him Out. He's like,
right, exactly. Let me tell you something about these dudes. Like, cause I told people I was
Ross with the Justice League.
I was doing music with what's his name? The dude that did Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico. Who
oh, you talking about Tony Touch?
Not Tony Touch. The other dude. Yeah, I just told you the other day I was on tour with the
Fat Man Scoop. No, you
not Fat Man Scoop.
Noriega?
No, the DJ.
Oh,
the DJ wasn't. No, it was not Tony Touch. I'm not. The Puerto Rico song. The Puerto Rico.
Right.
Oh, Frankie Cutlass. Okay,
Cutlass.
That dude would not.
Chop got it. Frankie Cutlass.
Yeah, that dude would not let you come out the studio unless you said every word precise. That's how big.
You know what? When I found that out, because I started to see.
That's enunciation.
I found that out.
That's not voice. That's enunciation.
No, I don't let you come.
You just said your rap, but then I started to learn that the bigger producers and the bigger studios, they made you do it over and enunciate. And when I really learned that they made you enunciate was when the guys from Philly started rapping. Freeway and them would be like, they would be over enunciated. So I was like, somebody's telling them to over enunciate that.
Got the hood on smash. You know what I'm saying? Like he's breaking.
And he made enunciating cool because at one point under enunciating was cool. Slurring your words acting like you didn't really care was cool. No, but then rappers started enunciating.
No, every rapper, anybody that knows in the industry always say Philly rappers are the best rappers.
They have a very good enunciation. Their diction.
Them dudes are spitters.
They diction.
I told you I lived in Philly. Yo, one thing about Philly, and I told TJ this story, they will boo you if you whack.
They booed Santa Claus.
But I was at shows. I watched people listen, as a Christian rapper, we was at a show. I watched them boo this dude. I said, yo, how you gonna boo somebody that's rapping for God? I got booed for that. I'm like, yo, he's rapping for God. How you booing him? There should be a line you can't cross. If you're rapping for God, you kind of get away with that.
This dude yo, God said you're whack.
Hyro made enunciation cool, especially. He's right, Dale.
Listen.
Being Hyro, I know I'm flying. Like Dale was that actually ain't Dale. That's who said that was. I think that's
showing the realness of how Philly was.
Right.
They had the keys. So if your joint was whack, you jingle it, baby. That's how they booed you, like that. So they booed this. See, Fliz always say shut up, stop talking for other people. So they booed this dude when I was at a show. This is when Iverson was playing Boston in the playoffs. They did this to this dude. So I got up there. My manager's mad to me. To this day, he be like, yo, why you say something? So I get up there and say, yo, how you gonna key somebody that's rapping for Jesus? I was just like, yo, you can't do that. So before I even rap, they did this. They all did this.
You know what? That makes sense because ain't Philly full of Akis and 5%ers? They don't believe in Jesus.
No.
If you think Philly's full of people who don't believe in Jesus,
You ain't even performing tonight, bro.
I know, like, get down, you're talking some Allah, some Jah, something.
We need the 10th
They would listen to you.
commandment. That's what we're going to call it, the commandments. We need the 10th one of make you a great rapper.
No, I told you put a rapper
You put
to
the
each
voice,
one.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, I said fluidity, and what I mean by that is I think a great rapper can get with anybody as a collab and match with them. That's my thing. Versatility, fluidity. Any way you want to put it.
Versatility.
I
just came up with another controversial one.
What?
No. And this gonna be really controversial. And I'm not gonna be here another hour talking about this shit.
All right, let's go.
You talking about this in 20 minutes.
Ability to move units, aka sales.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
You're gonna get a lot of.
I'm not gonna be here for an hour.
I'm good.
I'm not gonna be here for an hour.
You know why I'm gonna say nay? Because one of the things it's about if you could push your joints. Because like, you know what? Notice with me, I don't tell people about my album.
So he's gonna say that labels used to buy that.
Come on, no. I'm not even gonna say that. Like the thing with me is like, if you like Chop, shout him out. Chop hit me up today and said, "Yo, where's your album at?" He wanted to buy it. You'll buy an album. He'll buy an album. He'll buy an album. Merk, when I gave Merk the album today, I had one CD with me today. I gave it to Merk, and Merk was like, you got a cash app because he wanted to pay me for it. But I record my stuff with Merk. So again, you know why I'm gonna disagree with it? Because the fact of the matter is, just because it's like we're putting sales on something. Because you don't know something already? My album sells very well. And people don't pay the $8 or the $10 I'm asking for. They give me $30 or whatever because they believe in me as an artist. So what I don't want to play on that.
So you're ready to walk into a trap?
How? Go ahead, tell me.
If your album's selling well, that means you're good. Anyway, move on.
No. I know, Charles. What I'm saying, no. I get what you're saying.
I think
I'm not defining it with this.
The question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? In a sense, like
right.
It's like if you're a dope rapper, you're gonna sell. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna sell because you're a dope rapper.
Not necessarily.
Some people hate on a dope rapper.
Turn up the Razzcast, Chino XL. It's mad dude I can tell they ain't selling.
But yeah, the two rappers you named, I wouldn't put them as legendary.
No, you didn't say legendary. You say dope.
Oh my bad. Well, I think how we're talking, what makes a great MC. I can name a handful of people who don't even mess with Razzcast or Chino XL.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
so
I'm
naming.
Are they dope to you?
To me personally, yes. To me, but I'm saying I can name 10 people come in like dude's corny or they're whack, right? But I'm naming rappers who are undeniably you can't say like let's say at the scope of hip hop, most people are gonna say they're dope. If you say Jay-Z.
Sales is not going on that list. We could talk about it. It ain't going on that list. But go ahead,
I'm saying, but just to be devil's advocate, Snap sold a lot of records. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
And Snow.
I'm saying both sides. I'm saying both sides.
Snow was doing reggae. Snap was doing house.
They considered them a hip hop though.
Snow was doing reggae.
Featuring MC Shan.
Snap was doing house.
I'll mess with you.
But go ahead.
But no, I'm saying I'm just playing devil's advocate. So I'm not opposed to it being on there because
I want to say something about this.
Look.
Everyone on our top 10 list, every single one of them.
Cannabis is the elephant in every room. Just want to point that out.
Every single one. Nobody's top 10 list. Every single person you're going to name on your top 10 list has a gold or platinum plaque.
True.
Every single one.
Yeah, I agree.
So to discredit sales is to discredit what we do here. So Sometimes they throw an album that don't sell and they flop. Some of our greats, they drop an album in bricks, and then they get dropped, and then we don't hear from them no more. Like, what's my boy? Chop, you know this guy. What's his name? YT?
Oh, yeah. I earned my respect in the streets.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
The ghetto's been good to me.
Yeah.
So much.
What that was?
And I really
it's Return of the Funky Man.
It's Return of the Funky Man.
I used to like
y'all dudes all right. Y'all kind of know. What you talking? Y'all kind of know.
That's my joint.
I said YT and y'all knew what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I like YT. I did.
Yo, that was a good ass era, bro.
It was a dope era.
Charles, that was sitting in front of your radio.
But you know what?
Had to listen to
There's a YT right now that can't get no shine because he's locked out. He's locked out. Right? There's a Cannabis right now that's killing everything, but he can't get in because the people, the gatekeepers, they only want
Charles
Lil Durks.
Could we please get that? Yo, you know what? That's what we discussed. Yo, put that
Next
on top of the list. Gatekeepers, because you know what? I'm tired of this gatekeepers.
I like it.
I'm tired.
Can I bust? Yes, you can.
Listen.
You know what? He in your top 10 touch? Is Cannabis in your top 10 touch? Let me know. Top 10. No caveats like, well, about top 10 underground. No.
Hey, Charles,
top 10.
Listen.
So what were we talking about? We talking about sales.
Right, but did Charles, you want
Cannabis did gold. Cannabis should have been platinum.
No.
With all of the.
He said yes, he's in the top 10.
Do you remember? Let's go mentally back when Cannabis dropped.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with Cannabis. Listen.
No, before you do that,
no.
Let me set the scene up for these people that don't know. At one point, literally the Source magazine. This one of the times that Source made me so mad. Had I been able to put it online, I would have had a whole. Source said Cannabis was the next king of rap. He hadn't even dropped an album.
That wasn't the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. Yo, listen, I'm telling you, I'm a study of hip hop.
Me too.
I know. That's why we get along. What happened was, Cannabis was coming out killing everything. Remember he did the A+ and remember on my song when I said what I said on the Paradigm album, the Smooth Sailing. Mm-hmm. I actually gave the science of Cannabis' career. What happened with Cannabis is Cannabis came up with a conscious song, and at the time, consciousness wasn't banging.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, go look up Kelly Rowland. Her first single was also Conscious. Flopped. Conscious was at the time. Conscious was not banging. She went on 106 and Park. Both of them dudes. Banging. Both of them went on 106 and Park and tried to drop Consciousness to a bunch of kids. Not happening. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Now, when Cannabis first, remember that song "Hanging with the Wild"? That was on his album. The Hype-Nitis. Everybody that know that song, the Hype-Nitis is it? Yo. You
taking me back to a time.
I know.
That was hurtful. Well, go ahead, finish.
Nah, the thing was with Cannabis is
song was alright. Hype-Nitis was alright.
No. Listen to what I said. He came up with second round knockout. Everybody said, "Oh damn, I got a competitor." And then he came with that the mother saving you from abortion song. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that, Sarif. You know what I mean?
You know that Black Power gets no play in my ride.
Yo, that's what happened to your boy Cannabis.
No wait, Cannabis' fall is well documented. But that's only part of the story. We all know what happened with Cannabis.
No, what happened?
No. Nothing happened.
He's adamant. No.
Stop the crowd. Listen to me. It definitely was not LL because LL lost that. But listen.
Yes, thank you.
LL won the war, but he lost the battle.
Yeah, he lost the battle but won the war. Yeah.
What happened was we all ran to the store, got that CD, ripped off the plastic, opened it up.
That album was
eagerly like,
definitely me. Yeah.
And we put that in. And we went track for track and went sunk lower and lower in our seat. And we was like, what is this shit?
There's
no conspiracy for Cannabis. It's plain as day. Wyclef killed it.
Wyclef. Okay, I agree. Thank you.
Why you want to say Wyclef killed it?
Wyclef.
For the production.
But top of the production and he guided Cannabis to what he said.
Another thing, like, remember he had this whole niggonometry and all that? I used to like that shit. Like, That was one of my favorite joints. I love that.
We went 2.
I know we're gonna end this at 11 on the dot. We went about. He had about 3 joints on that album. Don't get it twisted. Ain't somebody's on. It's a feature on there. Like somebody like
a few features.
A female like Lauryn Hill type feature. That's really dope that he got on there. Is it Rob Big or somebody?
But now that album, you're opening that up with so much expectation because that song, I'm the illest lyricist in America.
Touch said he don't rock clothing. So Touch, listen, you oversimplifying it. You oversimplifying it. We're not saying clothing, image, right? Clothing is not an image. Image is beyond your clothing. It's everything that you represent. NWA represented a certain image. This gangster, like they represent
every artist has
an image. And I used to fight against. I'd be like, because KRS used to say, "F your image in your press kit." But I'm like, as I got older, I'm like,
that's your image, KRS. Your
image is anti-image.
Yeah,
that's your image. So it's like everybody has an image.
He sound playing, I know.
Everybody has an image. So we identified with that. We snap judgment, right? What's the guy that's so feel free? Do it. Who's that? Drag. He had the dreads. He produced Boss. He produced her music from the West Coast. He produced her music. His name was something in the soul, something.
The Boss I was just talking about?
The female rapper Boss.
West Coast.
But he wasn't a gangster. He was a hip hop head. Like he was a backpacker. Light-skinned, chubby dude.
I have no idea.
His name was Doug something, but Chop know this guy. He produced his Boss. Def Jam. That's why
you can't say he was chubby. Def Jam.
Jeff produced Boss. I didn't know.
He wasn't chubby back then. He got chubby now. I know.
He said that
Def produced Boss, which was an oxymoron. Like, how does Def Jam, this soulful, and which that's another one that didn't blow.
But he had that commercial that's "Give It to Me, Baby." Remember that? Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. But he was trying to get that Young MC money.
Yeah.
Wait. What was I talking about? So, Def Jeff, he produced for Shaq too.
He did a song with Shaq. I remember he said, people say that Def Jeff got fat. Yeah, but so did my wallet. I remember that joke. That's it. I was loving him out.
Charles,
what the hell was I talking about?
You talk about the things that happen, but you go behind the scenes is a whole different.
What were we talking about though? Def Jeff led to.
You talking about clean? You talking about image?
Clothing, team, unit, souls, and all that.
Okay, so what did Def Jeff got to do with that?
Because you said you was trying to talk about he put out Boss and everything.
Produced Boss.
Yeah. See, stop drinking.
No, because Def Jeff, I brought him up for a reason. Was like dope MCs that didn't sell. I think that was
it. You was trying to describe how dudes could put somebody out, and I knew you was trying to go with that.
Jay-Z, Tosh.
Because you was listen. When Touch said clothing team, unit, soda, beat selection are not in my requirements, that's when you started speaking on it.
And then I brought up Def Jeff for some crazy ass reason. I don't know. But end of the day, man.
You were talking about NWA's image, and then you went to
like saying everybody has.
That's not something about. So when you saw a rapper on site, you sized them up, and you thought if that you saw Dale, you were like skater, hipster. I like it.
So what did you put like let's say like what you call it
Buckshot Shorty.
Buckshot Shorty in them.
I liked Buckshot Shorty. I liked Bouquet.
You put them as a backpack image?
No, they were grimy.
You know what? They were grimy. Street dudes.
Brooklyn dudes. They was wearing the backpacks and stuff back.
They were, but they backpack had gun in it.
We know that.
Yeah. They backpack had the gun in it. Matter of fact, they was the first one to put you on to putting the gun in there. Because there was the grimy Brooklyn kids. So they was with the backpack with the guns. Before we had water, we had our rhyme book, we had our jacket, we had an extra hat, we had maybe some kicks,
some spray paint,
maybe some paint. We didn't know better than our shit.
Brooklyn, you couldn't put a gun.
Brooklyn,
they used to steal your backpacks, the transport. So if you had a gun in the head, was
but at one point, that's where the backpack. When you saw a dude took his backpack off, you knew what was going on. It was about to be a problem. So that's what the backpack was for. So they the one. That's their image. You knew what it was.
That was so nice.
I'll be honest. I thought Buckshot them.
I seen him perform 2 times over here.
I seen him perform.
I feel like Buckshot and them changed. The era was they changed it from Def Jam to the grimy stuff. People think it was Onyx. It was really Buckshot. Because Buckshot started getting played on BET with that. I
Got you open.
I got you open.
The remix.
And it was hard.
Nah, who got the props?
Who got the props?
Who got the props?
I was gonna say I got you open wasn't hard. It was a hard ass song.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, us heads in the very beginning, we were skeptical of Buckshot. We like, is this like a thug?
Where was you? No, stop. Where was you at when that song came out?
I was in DC.
Okay. So
but
now,
we was De La Soul.
Listen.
We was Queen Latifah. We was mad like
I get it.
on some black consciousness. So we had to ease into Buckshot.
Listen.
See,
you gotta
It was.
I've been in DC. I was out there for a while. I told you that's the label I was trying to sign with.
You know my rhymes? I had a mandate that I did not. Back then, I would not say a curse word, and I could not rap about violence. I had to put God in it. I was damn near Christian rapper. So at that time,
you would have been with us.
That would have been. I would have been considered a Christian rapper. But I talked about mad social. I was mad, like I said, whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna say something about God and everything. I just have whole raps about God. So it's like, to me, coming off that, I had to ease into that. Even though I was in the streets, I was living my life.
The thing that I keep saying, like, even when I'm at Fliz, like, and I love Fliz because Fliz, like, we survive, but we can come together.
You gotta go home, son.
Oh.
What was that?
Hold on.
Hey, you gotta go home.
Oh shit!
Oh, she's outside.
That's niche. It's been another hour.
I know she was outside.
I would have took you home. You told her I would have took you home.
Oh, she waiting for you? We be around. Don't worry about these. He be out 5 minutes.
Sorry about that. We love you.
Hey, Charles, when it comes to the thing about reminiscing, the thing about it is, at the time, see, if everybody haven't been in DC, they don't understand the stuff. Go-go music still run DC.
It does.
And people that know that, that's why I understood the DC culture. So the fact of the matter is, like, when a Buckshot coming out, like, the hood kids, we gravitated to that because, like, and we was rappers. He was a rapper's rapper.
He was a rapper's rapper.
And so the thing about it is, just like
it was competition, though. We was looking at that competition.
Yo, I looked at when they came out, the whole Duck Down movement, those loud, obnoxious, crackling drums were beautiful.
Yeah, we love that.
Boom, boom, boom. I was like, what is this?
And hold up.
Like, these drums are different than anything I've heard.
We love it.
Yo, they had them drums were so loud and crispy. I have never messed with nothing like that before that.
So that's what I'm saying. If they're saying, it's like, because like when I looked up with Fliz would tell you to this day, what song I used to always tell you to play, and if I say he gonna know, this is the BCC.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I got in his car, because he's the only one that had a car, I mean, yo, can you please play that song? I'm locking down. Keep my words. Keep my words, my heavenly words. Yo,
get locked up in 73rd, but chill.
Guys,
get through that.
We got 10, and we're going to leave it at that.
All right, here we go.
But we need to really honestly consider sales. Because
I'm not doing sales.
I have no problem.
Sales. What do you say about sales?
I can see
that's
other.
the final of everything.
I can see both. I can see both sides.
That equals
you know what? I have been in hip hop discussions, arguments where hip hop purists thinks if you sell too much, in a sense you might be a sellout, or it's just because you sell out don't mean you're dope. I've always heard that too. So I'm like, yo, it's both sides of that coin.
That's a fact. And the thing is, I feel like for your dopest artist to continue to be dope, he needed to sell some units. And it kind of validated your opinion of that artist if a lot of people thought he was dope with you. Like Common Sense, we kept getting more stuff from Common because he would sell. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't sell a lot, but Can I Borrow a Dollar ended up being, Resurrection. Resurrection ended up being like Water for Chocolate. And, you know, so it
You know what it is? It's like this. Like put it like so. Biggie was selling, right? That means Jay-Z wanted to sell records.
Yeah. Because it may have been for I just wanted the respect.
Yeah.
Then when they start selling, like, nah, I want the money.
Yeah.
So then they made better music.
Bro.
Now, we on the flip side, some like myself feel like Jay kind of dumbed this stuff down too much before he came back up because he was trying to sell.
I think
I feel like
that.
Volume 1 to me was a sellout, a record to try to sell. But we great dip.
I think he
To be able to base like reggae. He's right. Smith and West album.
Then that white cat, the white boy made their beats too. Drew Ha, right?
Drew Ha.
Yeah.
Drew Ha was on that time. Yeah.
Nah, it's just not them. Evil D used to make their beats too as well.
Drew Ha was the main production, right?
Nah, Evil D was their early production because notice when they went to that the third chill. I would have took a roll.
Some water.
Chill out.
He said you got it back.
Smith and Wesson album to me may be top favorite. He said
The beat,
the beat miner. But I think
no,
that's Evil D with somebody else.
no, Evil D and his brother.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, oh, listen, because I love Bouquet to this day. That first album is my favorite album. Like, Act Like You Want It, Act Like You Want It. I was on that album.
Guys, we gonna get out of here.
All right.
It's 11 o'clock.
Yo, everybody.
And people still coming in. Where y'all coming from?
Names. I want to get out of here on something fun. I want to get on something fun, and I'm gonna hit end string because we leaving that 11. Name one obscure from MC from the 90s.
Obscure.
Obscure. And I'm gonna go first.
You gotta tell me what that
Curious
was.
George.
It means somebody not everybody
Rare.
knows. It's like you have to be deep in the hip hop to know.
Rare. I'm gonna start. Curious
Like Rare,
George.
you know what I mean?
We had YT earlier come up.
Yeah.
I'm going Curious George.
Oh, that was a good one.
Curious George. You got somebody from the West Coast you got out there that
How about can I say X-Clan?
Brother Jay.
Milkbone.
Milkbone. Damn. T, you can do this.
Ooh,
You can do this.
LeVar. I bet y'all know about
T, don't hard pull tonight.
T, Touch just gave it to you. OC.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Touch. He said OC. He gave it to you.
Nah, there's a few of them.
We can do that all day. Pharaoh Monch.
Nah, he's not for the.
He's
He's
not
that obscure, but he is.
Cause he had a big hit.
He did. Simon Says.
Justin Warfield. Damn.
Who's that?
I don't even know who that is.
I know who that is. God damn.
That's really obscure.
That's really obscure. Guys.
Like old school. Like,
Yo, I can tell you groups.
that's what I'm saying.
Next week.
Like the family. You heard
The most
the
obscure.
The
The family is obscure, but yeah, they're obscure. So there it is. Guys, peace out. We'll catch y'all next week. We got to get out of here. But next week, we had something earlier that we said we're going to talk about next week.
The mixtape. I'm ready for that.
But the mixtape, it was something else y'all said we should talk about next week.
Back.
Oh, that was Dante.
Yeah, what I said.
He said something about
gatekeepers.
All right, guys, we out.
We starting that off.
Thank y'all for watching.
The Crypt Keepers.
We appreciate y'all, man. On that flip side.
Hold up, Charles. I gotta get my movement. What the hell are y'all gatekeepers? Because what are you keeping me from? Please pull me up.